Yeah, welcome to We're Just the Messengers podcast. I'm Mike. I got a couple of my friends with me. You know, I got my dog JT in the building.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
My dog Marcus.
What's happening?
And of course, couldn't do this without my dog Drew Money. What's up, man?
How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, feeling
What's
good.
good?
Man.
What's good? What's good?
What's up with everybody, man? How was y'all week, man?
Beautiful shit. Week's been good. Good to see y'all niggas for real.
Yeah,
What's
sure.
cracking? What's cracking?
So, man, my week was good, man. You know, good weather this week. You know, wasn't
Yeah, it
too
looked like
hot.
we crossing over, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It looked like it wasn't too hot this week. Hopefully, it stays this way because, you know, SC weather is unpredictable. So,
You ain't never lie about that.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. You know, also want to shout out to those who was affected by the hurricane. I know a couple of homies like
Yes.
who stay up in, of course, the New York area, Jersey area, Philadelphia area. You know, they had some huge floods, man, from Hurricane Ida. You know, it's crazy because once it hit inland, that shit just
Crazy.
rainstorm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also shout out to those who might be, you know, listeners. If we got any listeners in the NO area, you know, they got hit with that. You know, it's crazy. They hit on the same day as Katrina.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man.
Exact
Shout out
same
to
day.
my man Bron out in Houston. His family live in Louisiana, and they had to leave out of Louisiana, come down to Houston. So, but they was able to. I think a lot of their stuff made it through. Them storms be hitting like them little pockets of the city, like right outside of the major cities and shit, and be making that shit obliterated. You know what I mean? It's going away. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So it's good to know everybody that I know, and hopefully us can recover real quick. You know, we don't need no more aftermath like we had with Katrina. You know, that was ugly in itself. So, you know, so JT, what's been up with you, man? You know, let the people know. You know, if anybody who doesn't know, you know, JT is a frequent, you know,
For sure.
guest on the show.
For sure. I'm a
No,
follower. I'm a commenter. I'm everything on this show. I be there. I've been here.
You know, my dog be on the YouTube comments.
For sure.
Everything.
For sure. No, everything's been well though, bro. We got shit. Angelo's doing well. Y'all know. I mean, I know y'all,
Shout out to
so
Angelo.
y'all know what's up. The bro's doing well. We got some. There's a lot of nice things going on, like some solid things going on. We got Fashion Week going to Houston in September 22nd through 26th. 5 days is gonna be nuts. A few of my other clients, I can't say the name. I can say the name of the show, but I ain't gonna tell y'all who it is. I'll tell y'all off camera. But one of our clients is gonna be on Grey's Anatomy. Yeah,
What's up, man?
she's
What's
gonna be
up?
a regular.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's gonna be a regular on Grey's Anatomy, and then I think we'll see what happens with negotiations for season 4, ATL Homicide with Angelo. But he did well with that, and then he was
So that's on TV1, right?
TV1. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, and then
Actually caught a few of those episodes.
Caught a few of them. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And then, you know, he's in Zola too, which is, and went to the
I've
theaters.
heard about that, but I haven't checked
I saw
it out.
that movie.
You checked it out?
Yeah, I checked it out. I saw Bron and that shit.
Yeah.
That was a wild scene, my nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie, fam. I was like, oh, shit, that's Bron.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Yo, this a wild-ass scene,
What,
though.
yeah.
what platform is on?
It's on HBO Max.
Yeah,
It went to the
okay.
theaters and everything.
But yeah, bro, that was a wild scene. But shout out to brother, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the movie about? The plot?
It's a stripper store. They go from, I don't know where they go from, but they go down to Miami to strip, and the black girl winds up like pimping the white girl. You know what I mean? For the real pimp though, like because she was just there, and she walk into a train. Like it's a train. Like she's going to get a train ran on her. That's that's the scene that bruh's in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's the orchestrator of the train and shit.
It's like a
That's
bunch
the
of
crazy
men.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got my boys in here, and all these dudes come downstairs and whatnot. It's nuts. It's sicko. You got to see. It's a good movie. It's actually a really good watch.
It's based off of the Twitter story.
Yeah.
It was like a Twitter story. This girl, she was like tweeting out like the experience, everything what happened, and they just ended up flipping it into a film. But yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
You know, it was a nice, good Friday watch. You did.
Yeah, it's definitely if you're chilling. It's something you want. You could definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. But outside that, bro, we shot a movie that we getting ready to put out, a short with Gorham Brothers. I've been doing a lot of work with them, like closely with them, not like the regular ambassador stuff. They like sponsor. They partner with us on a lot of things. They sponsors of our Fashion Week. Gorham Brothers are. I don't even really have to buy their hats no more. You know what I mean? They like just keep me straight with them. And then I'm tight with like the ownership. So shout out to Ben Gorin and Nikki Cutler over at Gorham Brothers. They do a lot of business with PFS. They like big supporters of PFS from little Charleston, South Carolina. You know what I mean? They rocking heavy. So shout out to them. And then that's ultimately it right now, man.
Got you. So I remember last time you was here was November, so that was like pre-vaccine and everything like that for COVID. So like crossing over to 2021, how was like as far as like business wise the transition in still dealing with COVID and stuff like that?
Well,
was it a little better than what it was 2020?
Yeah, it's way better. It's just because everybody ain't as scared anymore. You know what I mean? They know a little bit more. People more like got more information, more knowledge about it. But a piece of the cities that I go to schematically is like I'm going to places where I know they sort of don't got time to trip on COVID too much. They got to get back to it. Like everybody sort of got to get back to work, and we lost a year. You know what I mean? So when you take that in consideration, and people take into consideration, and now they got vaccines out, everyone flowing a little bit easier. You know what I mean? And then, but we have like COVID protocols at our events and stuff like that. Like I don't just, I ain't just going willy nilly. You know what I mean? We get your temperature, your temperature checked and whatnot. I haven't went as far as making people show COVID tests, but if it get there, then I will.
Okay.
Yeah, but outside of that, to answer your question directly, it's been a dope transition to see people go from wearing masks to being comfortable not wearing them. You know what I mean? Or if they do have them or someone's sick, they're being like, yo, I'm going to just chill out because I don't feel that well. Like just seeing people be that self-aware has been pretty dope. So, yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So what was as far as like the first half of 2021, like that you was like most proud of, and then like what are you looking forward to, like to wrap up the year? Bro,
honestly, we do 2 fashion weeks a year. The first one I did in Atlanta was crazy. We sold that bitch out. That was February 23rd through the 28th. Okay. 5 days. We sold out every night.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. That's Appreciate that. And this is in a market where they have 2-day events. You know what I mean? They may have a weekend thing. Our shit starts on Wednesday. And
so it's like 4 or 5 days.
Thursday, 5 days.
5 days.
Every day going crazy. And it's just good value that we bring in people. You know what I mean? We had City of Savages podcast. My boy Cam, my frat brother Cam and Greg, they came out and did the Atlanta show. They potted for 4 days. But I lined up the guests and stuff like that for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they can come in. And same thing I want to do with y'all. You just come in and we just flow a lot of other people through you. It's a different setup, but it gets you a lot of numbers and get you some spins. You know what I mean?
Where I remember you had what was the event where you had Shiggy and Junebug?
Oh yeah.
Talk about that one.
I forgot that happened this year. Yeah, we did the Shiggy and Junebug dance competition. Shout out to my guy Ricky out of Minnesota. He set that up with Packed House Live. But we did that. Damn, Mike, you just brought it up. I totally forgot about Shiggy and Junebug. They was cool, believe it or not. Like, they not, like, especially Junebug. He was really chill. Like, he was more, like, philanthropic. Like, he wanted to do things to help, like, the kids and whatnot. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, I want to put something together to help out children. Like, right now, like, while I can. And I spoke with him. There's some interviews and stuff that I got to drop. I met with Shiggy. Shiggy was chill. Shiggy's exactly like what you see. Ain't no, he chilling, he dancing, like he not really, he with his team, he like us for real. You know what I mean? They didn't really try to flex too much. It was love with them cats. I'm surprised how much love it was, to be honest, because you don't know these dudes, and these dudes is doing numbers or working with companies, but it's different when you doing the same thing. Yeah. So they can't stun on you. Yeah. So it's like, oh, all right, bet we all on the same playing.
That was around the summertime, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to tell you. Must have been July, maybe. I don't know. That shit's a blur. I want to find out now that you done, like, bro.
I remember you was telling me about that.
I forgot about that shit. Like, flat out forgot about it. But, yeah, we did do that Shiggy dance, Shiggy versus Junebug dance battle. We sure did. That was dope.
So, like, how is the market like as far as, like, you and what y'all got going on compared as what, like, the rest of Atlanta is it like a competitive scene of sorts, because you're saying that other companies are only doing 2 days and y'all are doing like 3, 4 or 5 days events, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I can definitely see where y'all coming in and where y'all kind of like attacking a market to where it's like, all right, we doing these 5 days, and with us doing these 5 days, we pretty much hitting this. Is there kind of like a competitiveness between, like, what you guys doing, what everybody else pretty much is doing?
I think personally, bro, like personally it is. Like, you hear me like, how Jordan used to make up enemies and type shit. You know what I mean? It's happening like that in my head, but it ain't really. I don't really feel like we got comp because even though it's 5 days, it take us 5 months to do them 5 days.
Okay.
And Atlanta's more about the quicker bread. You know what I mean? Like it's a party this weekend. It's this.
Okay.
And I'm so focused on the intricacies of putting it together that I want the business to be good because I don't want my name to be bad. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them cats, they might do it and might be getting off, but something might be shady somewhere.
Okay.
Ain't nothing shady in what we doing. Like nothing. I can say that publicly because we take our time. We damn near talk to every person that's a part of our event. Right. We explain the beginnings, the ends to them. That way they don't have to guess why they're a part of it. I mean, I even go as far as to tell them where you're not making money at. You know what I mean? This ain't no money over here for you. You know what I mean? This is where our money is. Okay. And this is how you can get in.
I see some. You post your reviews sometimes too, like as far as like what the people have to say about your events and stuff like that. So they definitely, it's all positive. Definitely all positive.
And that's good that y'all are that transparent because a lot of people are not that transparent.
Not at all. But niggas you gonna fall. You gotta go up. You know what I mean? It's just natural. It don't matter what I'm doing. You go up or you come down. Okay. That's why I just try to stay even. Like I'm the same every time niggas see me. I'm embracing niggas every time niggas see me because you don't know how this shit go. So if you start thinking you here with that shit, just start coming here, and then it really get bad for you. You know what I mean? Because this ain't. You gotta think about what we doing. It's not a job. You know what I mean? There is no. The longevity is based on us. So if we don't keep working or keep confining it, shit could get ugly the older we get with this shit. You know what I mean? Because if you lose your business and you've been working on this and you spending and investing just to stay in the game, because that's what the game is. You take your bread and put it right back into it so you can stay up. Man, I ain't got time to look at no competition. Yeah, I feel keep it a beat. You know what I mean? I'm looking at another nigga. I'm losing if I'm looking over there. Then you hating or you doing something else. I ain't fucking with it. No, sir. I feel
Yeah. So what you looking forward to the most to wrap up the year going into 2022?
Fashion Week. I ain't gonna hold you. We about to break another market. Houston, Texas for 5 days. They go down here and crush this shit for 5 days. It's because we meeting. I'm telling y'all, like I'll talk to y'all off camera, but we meeting crazy people. Like, shout out to Dorian Renard of Butterskin. Like, when you get a chance, check out Butterskin. Buttahskin. Bruh from Beaumont, Texas and shit. But he live out in L.A. Running a huge facial, like, cleansing, grooming brand or whatever it is with respects to him. But we just really meeting some crazy people. Shout out Sean Starr, who runs A Society Marketing out in Texas. Like, it's a Breon Rollins that runs the guild. I'm showing love on your platform because I also be telling these cats about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know it or not. I'm like, nah, my man's run one of these. Like, if I can ever get him to move around with me, which I hit you on the side by, yo, you should travel with me a little bit. Like, yo, these cats will rock with y'all.
Yeah, you gotta do that, man.
Yeah,
once we get this pandemic under control and shit like that, it definitely work some shit out.
Bro, more open minded now though. Mike more open minded. I know Mike for a minute. You know what I mean? He like more open to things and shit now. So you gotta let bro he really do his own thing for real. If anybody know this nigga, he gonna do him. Mike gonna do with him only. You know what I mean? And you gotta grow to respect it. But I'm like, whenever he like down and ready, I'm like, bro, we get this shit here shaking. Cause this city here, I can't wait to go up here. For sure.
Yeah, man, cause this where you started the foundation.
Hell yeah, we did all that shit we doing now. It's the same shit we've been doing.
That's crazy how much time done went by, man. 2012, bro. That's when I met this nigga, 2012, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. We coming up on 10 years.
We've been tight for 10 years. Come on, man. This shit like, real out here.
The first event I went to his was at the sneaker shop. I think it was Continuum. Yup. And I was like, it might have been like May or summer 2012. And it was just like up from there, dog. I literally seen this man grow from that moment, like highs and lows. I seen it all, dog.
All of it, bro.
I seen it all, dog. And it's crazy. We coming up on 10 years.
The craziest shit was when that event, we was breaking a sneaker. I can't remember what sneaker it was.
I can't remember what sneaker
it was. But we was breaking something. I think it was like a dunk or something. It was before it was hype beast out. You know what I mean? It was like medium hype beast. Because I heard y'all talking about that on the last episode. Like we niggas used to be able to go get sneakers and whatnot. So it was like that. Man, I ain't talked to bruh. Bruh still down there? Is Continuum still around there?
Continuum is still around.
It's still around there. I mean, they still do like raffles. I think. Do they still do raffles?
I'm not sure because I haven't been down there in a minute.
Yeah, I haven't been down there in a minute.
I know another dude had, what's his name? I think he used to work at Foot Locker. And then he started his shoe store out here.
Oh, you talking about the one down there
The
on
white guy.
King on King Street.
Yeah.
What's the name of that? Yeah, Sneaker.
Yeah, I don't.
Sneaker.
Is it
I don't
still
know.
there?
I don't know. I don't think
it's-
Sneaker's still
I
down
don't
there
think it's
though.
there no
Oh,
more.
okay. Well, shout out to them though. And shout out to True to Your Soul. You hit me up about that too, 2012.
Man,
True
shout out
to
to that sneaker form, man. Yo, that
Hey.
sneaker form in 2012.
That sneakers form had me pulling
Oh,
up on
man.
niggas' jobs, Drew.
Yeah.
Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew, I went to the nigga job looking for him. I'm like,
It's talking crazy, though. This so crazy. We talking about. This had to been like May. This had to been like May or June 2012. Like it was just a lot of. That was the before Bron got his first ring. So
yeah, a lot
niggas
of
used to be
trash.
talking crazy. Shit used to go from basketball to personal real quick on the forum, bro. Like that shit was crazy. To get JT went to the man job.
Yo,
bro.
I went to Bron job. I wasn't playing no game.
Word.
I was like, "What's happening, man? What's going on?" Because I don't text this aggressive. Like I don't do this right here. What y'all doing? All this shit you talking. All right, cool. You got me. You beat me on the internet. But I'm
I'ma
finna
see
come
my-
down
I'ma
there
see your
and see
real
your
life.
motherfucker. Hey, bro, every time we come here, we talk about this shit. But me and Angela was talking about outside of music.
Nigga, I was talking about this shit yesterday, like last night, a few hours ago, bro. I was telling the same story. Nigga, that shit
That was
got
the same
wild,
year?
bro.
Oh, that was before then. That was the same year.
bro. All that shit
Yeah,
was
2012
all that
was
shit was
crazy.
that year, bro.
2012, huh? That's the year. Yeah,
Bruh.
2012 was a wild
Nigga, I
one.
was just like fucking, it's like 6 versus 25 niggas, bro. Word, bro. Shit just got digital. Nigga got, nigga got put to sleep. Got down, like nigga, like woo! 20 motherfucking 12.
2012, boy.
That's a wild time, bro.
I don't
Good
think
times.
every time I come here, I say I don't think cats understood how we was cool with niggas.
Yeah.
We wasn't really beefing with niggas, especially like niggas that was from here that knew this place. Drew, Toon, like we knew it was cool. You know what I mean? It's always been love, and then every once in a while.
That was crazy. 'Cause I hadn't have met JT yet when all that had happened. Mo had told me about it because
Yeah.
he called Mo.
Yep.
Matter of fact, to find out what
Yep.
the hell was at.
Yep.
I had met JT in the mall because I had purchased a ticket and he had met me at Foot Locker, and we had talked about it and shit like that. It's like, yeah, man,
I
like
was gonna destroy that boy that day.
shit was
Like, you
wild.
talking too crazy on this internet, my nigga.
That internet shit was wild, bro.
Wasn't it?
Like,
Nigga talking bad about you,
Like,
bro. They
for
talk about
real.
your mama,
Crazy.
everything.
And we're talking about like only 3 years really into social media now. This is
it's
2012.
new. It was new.
Still-
So it was still
fresh.
kind of
It was
fresh.
still
like,
new.
nigga, you in the same motherfucking city as me.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'ma see you, bro.
This shit ain't but so big, dog. This shit ain't but so big. There's only
Very
so much,
small.
and there's only so many places that we all gonna go that like I'm not gonna run into.
Eventually,
Yeah,
you're gonna
eventually.
run into this
Yeah.
man.
I ain't need to run into you. I know where you at.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you at.
Where that boy work at? All right,
Yeah,
bet.
for sure. I want to
Yes,
know
sir.
what we talking about. Please tell me right now.
Bro, shout out to True to Your Soul.
Shout out to
man.
True to Your Show. Shout out to Charleston, South Carolina. Period.
Yeah,
The city
man.
was good. We had good times on this.
Man,
shit.
I was just telling bro, that was an era.
Whew.
I was an era. I remember when I met bruh. This had to been like on like
We was
probably-
hooping when
yeah,
we
we
met,
was
I thought.
hooping like 07.
At the church, I think.
Yeah, at the church. Then we was hooping at the Air Force Base like 07,
Oh,
08. Was hooping tough, and like I remember because you went to CSU.
Yeah.
And I remember y'all used to throw those parties and shit, and I used to be like, "Hey, bro, this the same nigga." Because I used to be like, because I used to see bruh in the club, and then I go out there and be hooping like, "Bro, it's the same nigga
Yeah.
out there killing niggas with the left hand." and
Yeah,
shit.
I come to. I would come. I
Yeah.
would go out in the street. I know a lot of niggas from Charleston. Like
Yeah.
I met because when I first got to Charleston, I wasn't on the team. Like I was for at CSU. I got to CSU 2004,
Okay.
and at Charleston Southern used to be this little outdoor court. So niggas from Charleston on Sundays used to come down and play at the outdoor court.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with these niggas. I'm not understanding nothing because I just got here. So Geechee
Yeah.
is crazy. This
Yeah.
This 2004.
Yeah.
So niggas is speaking at Geechee. Wow, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but they was chill. Everybody was always chill until it was some shit. And that's when I found out, oh, okay, these Charleston niggas about it for real. Because these niggas is coming from wherever. I think they was coming from downtown to play at
Yeah.
CSU, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
And then there's a court where y'all film. I think where y'all filmed at. They have a league out where you and Mo
That's
film.
Mall Park. You talking about Mall Park?
Okay, yeah,
they,
Mall
they
Park.
was on Hampton. Mall
Oh,
Park
okay.
on East Side.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a league out there. So that's how I wound up going from playing up there with these street niggas to playing downtown
But
Charleston.
they had so many different
Bruh.
gyms. They had
Yeah.
the gym that's over there by Riverfront Park.
Yep.
They used to be over there.
Yep.
And
City Gym.
yeah. So
That City Gym used to be crazy.
City Gym?
man.
Yep.
I remember when I was a youngin', I used to play in the city gym. They used to have this thing every March called like March Madness. This is like rec league.
Yeah.
And they used to have that shit going. And when I mean to tell you, that was like one of the most like hostile environments to play in as a youngin'. Like I'm probably like 11, 12. And there's literally like hundreds of people like are surrounding the court.
Yes.
And it's like people screaming at you and yelling at you. And
Yes.
like you 12 years old.
That's like
this is
01,
crazy.
02, dog.
That's
Yes.
just crazy.
That's
bro.
20 years ago,
Yeah,
bro.
man, that
Crazy,
shit is
right?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I still be feeling like 2000 was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Low bullshit.
no,
I remember
yeah.
like 2010 was 10 years ago. Like I remember exactly where I was at, what I was doing 2010. Like
Hell yeah.
2010.
decade just shot by, man.
I was working at Verizon
2010,
call center.
the one right there off Montague.
I was working at the call center in 2010, I believe. That was 2010. I think it's 2010 working at the call center. I'm like, man, that shit there. Hey, man, check this out. Hey, check it out. Fuck it. Since we here, fuck it, nigga. I hated going to work. I found out once, because when you get out of college, it's all, okay, you're going to go get this job. That's that shit they've been feeding you. They
Yeah.
pump,
For
you going to
sure.
get this job.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you too big for everything now because you working. You out of school. So I can't go party. I got to work. Or I can't go do this. I got to work.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was working at 3 to 11. Answering
Oh,
people's...
the-
beep.
That's like the worst
I'm like,
shift,
yo.
bro.
And it just keeps going. Much respect to people that work at call center. I did that dance. I can never do that dance again. I'd be homeless. Might be easier to be homeless. Fuck it. Because I'm not answering them phones. And after I went from there, and then I went to T-Mobile. So I worked at
remember you talking
Verizon.
about
Yeah.
the T-Mobile.
I worked at
stint.
T-Mobile, and then that's the first time I went to Miami. When I came back, I was like,
Fuck
I quit
work, man.
T-Mobile the next day. I got back
Fuck
from
it,
Miami,
bro.
and I saw life, because that was the first time I went.
Yeah.
And being we from the South, like it's country. I don't care what niggas say. It's small, it's tight, whatever. We keep our family around. We keep people we know around. You go to a place like Miami, you see all these different people kicking and enjoying life. I'm not going back to answer these telephones. And me and bruh talk on the way back. I'm like, yo, check this out. We gonna start doing this PFS shit. That's really what got it going. Because I was like, I ain't gonna be able to do this. Not much longer. I left T-Mobile and started working for Sherwin Williams. And that's when it got good. That's when life got a little bit better.
You was
started working
running
for
that
Sherwin.
shit.
Yes, sir. Sherwin. They had a manager training program. And this is game. If anybody listen, if you go to college, if you got a degree of any sort, bruh, as soon as you get out of school, apply to work for Sherwin Williams. I know this ain't ads or anything. The reason being, they pay niggas well fresh out of school. Black, white, it don't matter. You making 45, 50 out of school. Like I'm just finished grad, you know what I mean? And I'm making 45, 50,000 just to get myself together. And they let you run your own. It's a good business, man. I always tell young cats. I put a couple of my dudes through that shit. Like, yo, I hired him. Shout out my man Stan. Hired him part-time. I knew he had a degree. But I'm like, if you try to apply with the degree, you got to be up against everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just apply part-time. And then do 2 months and I'll put you through. Boom. And they found out he had a degree. They moved him into that program. My dog took care of his family, got married, so on. Like, he got his life together off of that.
That's what's up, man.
That shit like that been happening for a minute.
This
but
nigga used to come. We used to watch the 2012 playoffs at Rio House. Shout out to Rio.
Shout out to
Nigga
Rio,
come through
man.
and had paint on his eyes, shit like that. Like fresh out of work and shit like that.
For real.
No, them
Little
games we used to
splash
watch
paint.
over there, bro. No, listen, it was crazy. It was definitely up 2012. Niggas had a lot of shit on the line, man. Like, JT wasn't the shit.
I was a total different breed back then. I was a total
Them niggas
different
was
breed.
up like Craig game 6, like Bron's game 6.
Yeah.
These niggas was up like 23 points. Like I think Dwayne Wade had a turnover or some shit, and JT was still shitting.
Yeah.
Like, Wade, what the fuck you doing? Like Rio, like these niggas is bullshit. It's like, nah, I want more. Huh?
Scotty was there.
Scotty was
Yeah,
there.
we went to
Yup.
Waffle House and shit
Yup.
afterwards. Yeah.
After Bron got his first ring, we went
Yeah.
into Waffle House and shit. But that game 6, yeah,
it's a lot.
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And the chat was crazy because they had lost game 1. Remember they lost.
I remember they lost game 1 in
and
the
everyone
finals.
was talking
yeah.
crazy. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna kill me a nigga because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to deal with it. I'm like, bro, can't lose back to back. Bro had just lost to Dallas, Drew, and the whole chat talking. Some of them niggas' names, I can almost remember a couple of them niggas' names. I just ain't gonna say them.
Yeah.
But I remember one nigga I know the dark skinned nigga that I ran up on, but there was a light skinned nigga. His emoji was like a hat. It was just a hat. He used to wear it fitted. It was light skinned cat.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. And then there was some dark-skinned dude that was from like Orangeburg that nobody in the chat.
Talking about Newbie.
Yeah, them niggas hated that nigga, dog.
Newbie used to run that for
they hated that nigga Newbie,
bro.
Yeah, bro.
They hated bruh. But bruh was like, I'm swaggier than all y'all niggas. He would just come in there and say that. Like, I look better, dress better than all y'all. I'm
Facts.
like, why could you? But bruh just did his thing. Niggas was flying him up. And then, of course, some of the other people from, you know what I mean, from life. They little cliques and whatnot.
Yeah, man, definitely. That playoff run 2012.
Yeah, that was a good run.
That was crazy, man.
Good times, man.
Shout out to that, man. So we had some new music drop, man.
We had some new music drop.
Yeah, man. Had a couple of projects drop.
A lot of music drop. Man.
Yeah, man. We had Donda, of course. We had Certified Lover Boy.
Shout out to the boy.
Got this feud going on between Drake and Ye, man. So what we think about it so far, man? But first of all, let's touch on the music first, man. What y'all think about the projects, man?
For Certified Lover Boy, me personally, if I had to give it like a number ranking, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Overall, the project was, it actually was better than, to me, it was better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I thought it was going to be, maybe a little bit lackluster, but I was surprised. Like, he did his thing on that shit. There was a couple of songs I didn't like, but overall, like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. My favorite songs would probably have to be like No Friends in the Industry. I like that. I like the intro. The intro was tough. I wasn't really feeling that Lil Baby song, and I wasn't really feeling that Dirk song that much. Mm-hmm. But other than that, man, he pretty much he did everything. Like, he exceeded my expectation. But, like I said, overall, I give it a 7.5.
That's what's up.
Gotcha.
JT, what you think about it?
So I ain't gonna hold you. The first time I listened to it, I was like, bro, what the fuck Drake on? Like, no bull. The first time I cut it on, when I heard the intro, I was like, huh? And then the second song, I think it's Poppy's Home. I was like, yo, what's happening right now? Like, but I don't know what I was doing. I think it was in the morning time. I think I was taking my little girl to school or something like that. So I'm like, not receiving the music at all. I'm just hearing Drake rap, and he rapped. If you hear on the first song, he rapped in a different cadence. He don't normally rap in that cadence that he rapped in on the first song. So I'm like, not even used to hearing Drake this way. So I'm disappointed.
The beat in itself is different.
Yeah, out the gate, I'm like,
sample.
What is this? Yeah. What is he doing? And then I just let it keep going. And then Love All came on. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I just heard it, but not Hove on it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. And that shit was like a downhill slope, but it was getting good. Mm-hmm. And then I went back through again, and then everything was beautiful. Because I didn't like, I'm not going to say I don't like, but Girls Want Girls is, you know what I mean? Like, it's that movie. I think I put on Twitter like 18 out of 21. Those three songs, it's not that I don't like them. It's just, I could skip these. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really feel like you had to put these on the track. Mm-hmm. But a number grade on it, I'm closer to like a 8.59. Like, he did what Drake does, and then he rapped a lot more than he normally does. Yeah, that's what exceeded my expectation. Yeah, him rapping.
He was
more. Rapping.
Yeah, he was rapping.
He was rapping, and I think that him rapping was him hearing not his critics, but the people that don't rock with him. They always say, "Just rap, bro." Mm-hmm. And he did that. He didn't sing that much. He gave you one of the little bop songs. You know what I mean, for the ladies. He gave you a club song. He gave you a street classic with Way Too Sexy. It is what it is. Like whether niggas want to or not, if you know any nigga from the street, that go to the club regularly, they gonna run that song in the hole.
Yeah, but I said that's just about to tear the club up.
Yeah, that's just gonna go crazy, bro. Future, Thugger, and Drake on that shit went stupid. But my favorite song right now on there, and I'll pass it to you, Mike, is what's the joint? Hang on, let me go to it. I don't know all the names. I rock with bruh music. I don't want to do him like that. Here you go, right here. Show album. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I like TSU.
That shit hard.
Yeah, TSU, my shit. But I've been out. I like TSU, and then I like In Too Deep.
Yeah, In Too Deep.
Oh, that's second half of In Too Deep.
Yeah. My bad. Knife Talk. There it is.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, that's
when Project Pat when he come on.
21.
Yeah, that shit sound like 1998 on the track.
Word.
How they do that?
Word.
Them niggas went off on that. But yeah, I was rocking.
Yeah, Metro killed that production too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So for me personally, man, that shit up there, man.
Yeah.
It's up there. I haven't. It's crossing over into. I think this shit might be a classic for real. And I haven't called a Drake project a classic since If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Yeah, you are. Yep.
That vibe on that album, like how it was structured, the rapping, and because up until that time, that was the most rapping we got on that album. Was If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I don't know. We used to be in the old group chat. We used to talk about that. Like, Drake ain't never really gonna give us like a full rapping project, but if we did have one to go off of, it would be that one.
It would be that one. Yeah.
Still with the singing records on there, shit like that. Because when I first put this shit on, dog, like I played it, and I'm just letting it run through. I'm not really looking at the TL, nothing like that. Like I'm just letting the shit run through. And this really the only take that I got on it. And I told other people about it. It's like, no, dog, like he gave us 2 intros on that album, bro. Like if you really listen to it, I felt like he gave us 2 intros on that album, like Wayne did on Carter 2. Like with Champagne Poetry and Poppy's Home, because I'm letting it run and I'm like, damn, like how long is this nigga spending on the intro? Then Poppy's Home come on. I'm like, oh no, this nigga in a different bag. Like those 2 records, like for me, like that's like maybe because Kanye, and this is where I'll give credit to Kanye, like him being just like a soulful dude as far as production. Beats like that, I fuck with heavy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like them shit just do something for me, dog. Like so then Girls on Girls, Girls Like Girls. Like I fuck with the record. You see what I'm saying? Bible Talk, at first I didn't like it. I ran through again.
Bible Talk grew on me.
But I fuck with it. Yeah, it grew on me.
Yep.
And then like after that, bro, it's just like because Fair Trade. Oh man, dog!
Snapping.
Like that shit is.
He's snapping, man. Then
That
Travis
shit was
come on at the
Travis.
end.
Like you got Love All, Fair Trade, Way Too Sexy,
Into
TSU. The transition from TSU into In Too Deep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was,
bro.
yeah, that
Pipe
was nice.
Down.
Bro.
Yeah.
That might be the one for me, dog. It's between Knife Talk, Pipe Down, and
In Too Deep is
7
Future
a.m.
and Drake sicko. Is Future and Travis is In Too Deep is Travis and Drake sicko mode. Cause Drake's singing on In Too Deep, and then they flip it for Future to rap crazy at the end.
Yeah, because In Too Deep
it's
is
a
Drizzy.
total different. It's a total different
different
song
song.
in the same song.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it went crazy.
the reason why I say that because for it to be 21, he put the interlude on there perfect. He put it at track 11. That Yeezus interlude, that shit hard. Then you got Knife Talk. I mean, No Friends in the Industry.
Yeah,
like,
fresh
right
off
out the
Fresh
gate.
off of that
Yeah,
is crazy.
I fuck with
Yeah.
Then it was just like an onslaught I felt after that because you got No Friends in the Industry, Knife Talk, 7 a.m., Race My Mind, Fountains with featuring Tim's, because that's a joint that's going knock off. Like you can vibe with that with your lady too and stuff like that. That's hard. Get Along Better with him and Ty Dolla $ign, fire.
You gonna do that?
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
You Only Live Twice. We only got
Yeah,
shit
that
on
was
that.
hard.
That's Wayne Ross, Drizzy. Like
That's old school Wayne.
yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey yo, you been killing features since about 2020,
Hey
dog.
man, Wayne was rapping, man. He wasn't playing. He wasn't on that talking that crap.
Then the
He was
joint with
rapping.
Cudi at first, I'm like, and that might have been because of the fact I don't really fuck with Cudi like that, but no, he did his
Yeah,
thing
he
on
did his
that.
thing on that shit.
He really
You
did
like
his
that
thing.
song, Marcus?
Yeah, that shit was straight.
Okay,
He did his
okay. I'm
thing on that.
surprised. All right.
Yeah, he did his thing on that shit.
All
man.
right.
Yeah,
It's real.
fucking fans,
You
fire.
showing Cudi love? That's real.
Yeah.
And then the Royce, the outro, like he's never disappointed on the outro. Like I fuck with the Remorse, but like out the gates, yeah, Champagne Poetry and Poppy's Home. I'm like, okay, because I remember I tweeted it.
Yeah.
I said Champagne's Poetry is setting the tone for this album.
Okay.
Like it's setting the
It
tone.
did.
And then Poppy's Home, like I was like, oh, this nigga giving us 2 intros. And like I'm telling you, dog, that man definitely gave us 2 intros on the album. But I felt like Drake really took his time with this shit, man. And this ain't Scorpion, bro. And that's not the shit on Scorpion because I fuck with Scorpion.
But
But
that's
I
way
could
better
tell,
than Scorpion. That's way better than Scorpion.
I could tell, like, okay, he heard niggas. He sat down with it. He marinated with it. Like, he structured this shit together perfectly. Like, all the tracks I felt like just flow together because no bullshit. Like, I'm letting this shit, like, really run. Of course, I got my favorite tracks. Like, I got about 4 or 5 that I really can't pick from, bro. But, like, Pipe Down,
Yeah, I'm looking
just
at
the
him
way
now.
that shit come on, it's like,
I'm looking at him now.
bruh, that shit come on crazy, man. Like, just the beat in itself, man.
What's crazy about this album is compared to other ones, I sort of find myself just pressing play on this. Like I just cut it on.
What's your favorite Drake album? It's Nothing Was the Same, right?
To me, Nothing Was the Same is the best rapping I feel like he's done.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Nothing Was the Same. There's just the best rapping he's done is on there.
And that's
But-
his classic for you, right?
No, he got 2. Remember, I like that one and Take Care.
Okay.
Yeah, Take Care is a classic, and then Nothing Was the Same is definitely a classic. Like I'm sorry, Wu-Tang Forever. Like, it's just certain songs on there that you can't act like ain't super hard. But when it come to this one, I just press play. Because I like all the songs. So I don't like just cut it on and press like I want to hear this right now. Outside of Way Too Sexy, but that's just because it's turned. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking for that energy. But outside of that, I'm like, bruh, just press play and let bruh do his thing. You know what I mean? And I'm going to skip when he get to singing, but not singing because I fuck with Drake singing, so I don't even want it to come off like that. What I'm ultimately saying is this album you could just press play on. Yeah. And then let it ride. You might have to hit skip once or twice, depending on where you are. If you with your lady, you don't got to hit skip at all. It all makes sense. You know what I mean? Just let it ride. If you chilling with the fellas, you might want to skip Yebba's Heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But and then bruh called Swiss out on that joint on the note. Man, Drake was talking to niggas.
We gonna talk about that too.
He was talking to niggas, dog.
Because I felt like yeah, man.
The boy had something to say, man. The boy was tired. Y'all tired of y'all trying, my dog, man.
Kenny gonna have to come outside for sure on that next album, man. That's all I'm gonna have to say. Cause he definitely had bars for niggas, man. He had bars for niggas.
A lot of bars.
Like for him to be, and it was evenly balanced. That's what I appreciate the album, because I went into it thinking like, you know what, he might just be on his like, you know, his Lover Boy shit for real. Like we might not get that much rapping, but I was definitely surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much rapping we got on this album, dog. Like I mean, even starting off with like the big feature, of course, with Hove and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when Hove was talking, I was like, man, who the hell done piss Hove off, man? Like,
isn't that Dame Dash situation?
That's what everybody's telling me. Like, what y'all think?
Because that's the only thing I could really think of.
That nigga Hove talking. Hey. Yeah. I love it. I'm sitting back like, I can't wait.
Get off his chest, man.
Yes.
And it was just certain, because my thing is, when I first listened to it, I let it run through. I was anxious to run some tracks back. Not even gonna hold you. I wanted to hit replay on Champagne's Poetry. Poppy's Home.
After the first time you heard it?
Like, yeah, the first time I heard it, I wanted to hit, because my thing is, a lot of people, they just go to a song they want to hear based off a feature. Me, I don't do that.
Just play it all. Yeah.
I do this for everybody to give them a fair shake. So I just let it run through. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to run Poppy's Home back, Love All, of course, Love All, because I'm like, hold on, man. Who the hell is Hov talking to, man? Like, who the hell don't piss this man off to the fact that, because we ain't heard Hov rap like that in a minute as far as like content.
That nigga Hov said, I'm a billionaire.
I know where you stay.
And I know where the fuck you live. Niggas say that to you. And that's a real thing. We talked about that. But rich niggas got, like, you know, they temperament. They emotional. They people, just like everybody else. They get hot. They're like, bro, I can really afford to do something to you. You know what I mean? And you never know it was me, so.
Hey,
he was hot about whatever.
You got to get your money up to beef with certain people, man. Very true. That's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really, when it come to Hov, you're not going to really, you know, if you're going to be on the same level as him and shit like that. But
unless you Dame won.
Yeah.
Just so, keep it
I mean, that's what everybody was telling me.
Dame won the NFT battle. They sued him, and he was like, bro, this nigga's on some bullshit. And everything he said was true. So.
Yeah, I can see how that would make Hov high.
I can see how it can make because Hov, that's a public L. You lost that one, Hov. You tried to say bro was stealing. Bro wasn't stealing. That was bruh shit that he was selling. Yeah.
I mean, they all got a piece in that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
he sold his piece.
Big,
but it's just the fact that he don't like this man. So it's like, damn, he put they battled in court. He lost in court. Like Jay-Z said, that's a public L. Plus the fact that Dame's never been one not pop his shit. So you already know as soon as Dame won, you know Dame was on. You didn't see Dame on Instagram?
Yeah,
Dame was definitely on Instagram. You know, speaking his piece, letting niggas know. So of course, I'm pretty sure Jay-Z saw that.
He definitely had bars for Kendrick Lamar. He definitely had bars.
That top 3 bar, I think that's what we was talking about. He's sliding.
We talking top 3, then you've been sliding in the third like stolen bases.
That's cool.
Now a lot of people say that was about Ye, but I don't see how that would apply to him because he definitely had bars for Ye. But
I don't think nobody considers Ye a top 3 rapper.
Nah, not at this
point. Not at this era. No. And then you had niggas know they need to stop. I'm saying that at the top. That's how I know you never seen the top. What was the one that I really? Oh yeah, fuck back who the GOAT. Better not make no shit about the numbers. All I know. Better not make no shit about the sum. All I know. Better find you someone else to hit with all that smoke. You know, Kendrick was talking about smoking on the top 5, shit like that. So yeah, man, I just felt like he. I don't know. I just felt like Drake.
He just made that song, man. Yeah. No Friends must have been a late entry.
I think a lot of artists, man, because even the dedication, he dedicated the album to the girl who got killed. Instagram out of Mercedes Moore. So I think a lot of time they do some touch-ups, man, before they really get down to it, because that track came out probably about 2 weeks ago.
No Friends?
No.
The Kendrick track.
The Kendrick track.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, especially with like streaming and uploading music, I mean, shit, motherfuckers make changes while the album is out. Yeah, they make changes while the album is out.
Word.
Man.
Word.
And then as far as the Ye bars, oh man, the one about the address. Oh man, he said that's why your people not believers. They all leaving you. That's why you buying into the hype that the press feeding you. You know the fourth level of jealousy is called media. Isn't that an ironic revelation? Get the address to your driver, make it your destination, instead of just posting out of desperation. Him and Ye, man, that shit. What y'all think about that shit, man? Ye had a diss track that Drake premiered on his radio show, Life of the Party with Andre 3000. That man has Ye has some balls on that shit. I heard man. That what you doing bar? That shit was fire. Yeah. I'm gonna hold you.
I don't know who wrote that.
That shit was fire though.
But sat in that room with him and put that together. Sound like it got a little push in it.
Said I put Drake in them in the chat like, hey, stop all that. But dog said on GD.
That was a good. That was crazy.
He did his thing.
He did his thing. He did his thing, and I felt like he should have put that on there.
Yeah, the whole song.
One thing I won't do is flex on Like if something bad, you make some bad shit. You make some bad shit.
I felt like Donda wasn't good at all.
No,
not for the build up. Not for how many tracks it was, because I fuck with about, and we talk. Matter of fact, we could talk about it now. Like for 27 tracks, and people. And here's my thing: people want to just. I didn't think this was a gospel album.
Nah, it definitely wasn't. It's definitely not a gospel.
I thought
album.
Jesus King was a gospel album. A lot of people are trying to push this as a gospel. I'm like, bro, this ain't gospel.
Nah.
When I hear Off the Grid, I don't hear like him and 5-year-olds getting off on that, because I fuck with that. Jesus Lord. Off the Grid, Jail, and
I like Jail.
Let me see.
But he got a couple ones on there.
Yeah, Off the Grid is tough.
Yeah,
he got Jail, Off the Grid.
He got another song with Travis Scott that I like on there.
Let me see.
My thing is that if you got 27 songs and people like 4 of them, but they're your Kanye fans, my nigga, that album's not good. Like, if you shoot 4 from 21 playing basketball, that's not good. If your quarterback throws 4 for 21, that's not good. So, I just see a lot of that. I saw a lot of the Kanye fans.
Side too.
Like
this album is like amazing, sonically.
Which is weird.
The sonically thing, I feel like is a cop out.
That's what they do with Ye though.
Because me and Marcus had that on a couple episodes back about the lack of rapping, and my whole thing is on Life of the Party, right? I haven't heard Ye rap like that since Life of Pablo.
Yeah, I ain't heard.
Like he was rapping.
It's rapping.
That's a great album.
And it's like it's there. So like, why is this being produced on the album?
Bro, he was not rapping on Donda like that.
No.
But you know what?
He wasn't.
But you know what? To give Kanye credit, I will say this about Kanye. Kanye is one of those artists that I will give him credit for being somebody who's not scared to just like do whatever the fuck you want to do. So we might get a Kanye rapping album like this maybe somewhere down the line. I don't know, but he's kind of one of those people that just like, he's just going to kind of do what he feels like. He's going to take the risk and take the chance of like, okay, I'm going to make a Jesus is King album, or I'm going to make a Yeezus, or, I wasn't personally a big fan of any of those albums, but I also give him respect for making the attempt to try something different. Because there's a lot of artists who, within their time, evolving, that they don't ever try nothing different. They kind of stick what does with them and what works for them. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that either, because shit, I mean, if that's what works for you, then by all means keep doing it. But one thing I'll give about Ye is he's always willing to at least try something different. So maybe we might get, like I said, a rapping Kanye, somewhere down the line to that magnitude of the song we just heard. But as of right now, I think Brett just kind of just want to, whatever his artistic vision is he wants to do, he's just going to get that shit out however you want to get it out.
That boy Ye, man, first off, Ye could definitely put out a rap project, and it could probably be the album of the year.
Mixed with great people. I mean, we got that.
We need nuts. That's why I said I'll never disrespect. Like, it's no disrespect. It's just when it comes to Donda and CLB, bro, you took the L on that one.
Yeah, he took the L on that one.
You and your audience need to understand you took the L on that one. Because that's how that went down. Yeah, they don't have to hear it. That's what I'm saying. When you shoot 4 from 21, you don't got to hear it.
Some said 6.
Yeah.
So it's within the same range.
If you shoot 6 for 21, you still lost the game. The boy shot 18 for 21. 17 for 21.
Kanye did the right thing by moving his album release up a week because
That's
if
what
he
that
would
game
have
was
dropped on
that
the
the-
same
How
day.
what we thinking
I
if it's the same?
I don't
day?
think that was Ye. I think that was the business. I don't think that was Ye. I believe him when he said when he said they leaked my album.
You believe that?
A piece of it.
I don't.
Reason being because I think.
But I'll let you go ahead.
I think Kanye got enough power to be like, nah, let's go. I think Kanye believed that. If he could wear a MAGA hat, you definitely believe you could sell as many records as Drake because you're not even tripping off of it. Plus, you're going to get more listens if you drop the same day as Drake because people who don't like you going to tap in to see if your shit trash. So that's why Ye wanted it. I could see him doing that, and I could see the label like, bruh, you not finna start a war with labels between us and Drake. A lot. You see,
they on the same label.
Andre 3000. He went on and said he ain't want no problem. My whole point is these boys don't want no problems with Drake. They don't really. They
he
really
wants to
don't.
work with him.
They want to work together with bruh, because bruh could push the button on you, even though Ye can too. But it's funny business with Ye.
Yeah, but for those who don't know, they're both on UMG.
Oh yeah, Universal.
Both on Universal.
Got you.
So you do believe that they put it out?
I think there's something to that. I don't think that it's all bull. I don't think it's all bull. I think that they know bruh's somewhat of a knucklehead. Like he's somewhat hard-headed. He's Kanye. I'm going to do what Kanye want to do. And Kanye said, I want to drop when Drake dropped. And that's what we should do. Because I know I sold Yeezys. You know what I mean? I've done great things. And that's the energy Kanye give you in public. I've done great things. So that's why I believe that. But there's a business element to this where these businesses aren't going to get caught up in that. Like, yo, Kanye, best of luck. But that's the boy over there. And whether you see what he do, we know what he do. You know what I mean? We know what he do. So, yeah.
The only reason why I said that is because it was a Sunday, and nobody releases on a Sunday, and I never seen no label drop an album on a Sunday. None of that. Had it been that Friday, I would believe you 100% that they put that album out.
Got you.
Because everybody releasing on a Friday now, but for it to be a Sunday, it just felt like it played along
with the
promotion and the theme and everything like that. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I'm like, when he come out and say it, I'm like, bro, there's no way I believe that they put that shit out because at the end of the day, it's you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you've been head of other people's projects, especially summer 2018.
Yeah.
When everybody was dropping on the date you said, they dropped on that date that you said. So for I just don't believe that Universal put that album out on that Sunday the way that they did without him giving them the go ahead with it. Now, if you wanted to go head to head with him, what do y'all think the vibe would have been had they dropped the same day?
It would have been good at all.
It
would have been good at all. It'd have been like a True to Your Soul group chat. Like it would have been like that. It'd have been a lot of trash, a lot of shit being talked. A lot of shit being talked, bro.
I don't think it would have went well for him neither, to be honest.
Not at all. He saved face. It definitely wasn't gonna be like him when him and 50 did it back in the day. When
I don't see. Yeah.
Would have been like that at all.
Because he came out very victorious on that end, that aspect. But I think he would have called the other side of that one on this one. Yeah, and I'm just comparing the quality. And that's another thing. A lot of people saying you can't compare the project. So my thing is how, and that's when the gospel thing comes. I'm like, bro, when I listened to this Donda album, I ran it back 3 times.
Yeah.
I listen to Jesus is King. That's gospel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's rapping on this album. It just ain't a lot from him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when Hov talking this shit, Fabio, rest of these niggas, like,
Baby.
They ain't rapping. Yeah, they ain't rapping about God on this album. So, but everybody wanted to chart it. You had a tweet about it too, and Buddy was like getting on Ish and Nice about how they rated it because they wasn't listening to it on a speaker. Like Sonic, it was like, bro, I feel like that's an excuse to.
Don't do that.
Ye been rapping about God since his first album.
Yeah.
This the nigga who made Jesus Walks.
Facts,
the glory is on Graduation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and if we get like the church type like crack music.
Yeah.
He got a whole church choir on that record.
And Roses.
So we're gonna get that vibe. So don't tell me that, sonically, no, where's the rapping? You see what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then cool, like Jesus King is that. I didn't expect like to be too much, but no, this right here for the build up, what it was for you to say you was gonna run the summer, shit like that. Like I expected better, and the production and the rapping has to be on par when it comes to the artist like that because that's why I hold you. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that this does anything to his legacy at all. I'm just judging it off Donda alone, not comparing it to anything else. I know he's capable of better. When I listen to Life of the Party, why was that not on
that's
there?
Yeah.
That's you, dog.
Yeah.
The production and the rapping.
That's vintage.
And I think he's trying to find that. I think he's trying to find that in himself. Brother been through a lot. like
that's
I said,
something that's never would have been on like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yes,
For sure.
All them dudes is humans. Like, and I always try to keep that element a part of it because I'm seeing it. I see actors, I see these people, and I know that sometimes they can get lost in their own shit. Bro, you a human being. That dude Kanye can still put a project together that will he could take over the world if he wanted to. You know what I mean? Because for one, he can get any feature he want. He A1 on the production, so I don't want. I think niggas get so like I think Ye fans get so in their feelings because they think if a nigga say Drake, it's like that Kanye is trash.
Yeah,
that's not what niggas are saying. That's not even close to it at all.
Not even close.
A fool would say Kanye West is trash. Like you a fool if you say that. But as it pertains to Donda, in connection to CLB,
ain't
nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
No, it's nothing to talk about.
It's not even a conversation.
It's not a conversation.
Yeah, I don't have anything. If I had a Kanye West, if somebody was really repping Ye for Donda as it pertains to against CLB, I just let them talk. Yeah. Cause my nigga, you not even about to go get in your car and cut that on. Like, what you about to go cut on right now? You about to go cut Donda on? No.
Like I said, I'm playing 4 tracks from the album.
Yeah.
Off the Grid is amazing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Lord, amazing. Jail, amazing. Believe what I say to Lauryn Hill, that's his bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I give Ye credit all the time because he's not afraid to step out on that ledge. But I'm still, just because you step out on the ledge,
it doesn't mean it's
going to
be good.
Grade you on that ledge.
Yeah.
I'm grading you.
Still got to be good.
You
know what I'm
saying? The project still got to be good, dog. So, other than that, no.
I saw an essay. A cat said Drake, this album don't sound different. Like it sound like how Drake has always sound. Like that. It was an essay about how he hasn't gotten better about anything. I was
for those fans, I charge it to because I tweeted this yesterday. When I first got on Twitter, I promise you, like niggas know. I challenged them to any take I saw on that.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I challenge definitely. Now it's just like I see it. And it's just like so much luxury and just scrolling by when it comes to certain tastes. Because I'm like, bro, if you musically inclined like how you say, there's no way if you comparing these 2 albums that there can be any type of discussion when it comes to it. And if you are, I know that's the bias talking.
That's all.
I know 100% it's the bias talking because I know at the end of the day when I hear those tracks, especially that Life of the Party, that's what I should have been getting throughout all of Donda. Especially for the build up. You see what I'm saying? The promo that we got, all this shit between them two and all, and I would have held it the same. We talked about it. We said, hey, yo, Drake, for me, if he don't deliver on this shit, no, dog. Because if that's the case, you could have left all that extra shit out of this.
For sure.
We didn't need all that. Because first of all, we should have had the album since January.
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
And I text Mike and I told him.
He told me. He said he felt like Drake shot him in the foot.
It was Drake's fault. I feel like Drake shot himself in the foot. Right. From the album being delayed so long. Even though the album still slapped, it was still good. But he ain't even had to go through that. You know what I mean? He could have just dropped it when it was not when it was supposed to because it dropped when it was supposed to. But he could have just did what his original plan was, and he wouldn't even had to got caught up in the Ye stuff. Now I think Ye helped him sell more because I think he would have helped Ye sell more. Like.
They feed off each other.
Yeah, they definitely fed off each other. And they played into it, so.
Like I said, when I played it, like, first I'm like, yo, and I played it again. Let me play it again. Yeah. I was like, bro, I definitely gave this a 9.5. No bullshit. Like, I'm firm on that rating because for him to do it, and I'm like, yo, dog, like, I need this shit. And it's not to say, like, anytime I grade an album, I'm grading it on that. The reason why I would have been grading it a little different as far as like it's just like when you have a test at the end of the year in high school. This is gonna count different because this is the one right here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so for the build up and everything between Donda and CLB, yeah, like it was gonna be a little bit more heavy critique for sure on both of them. And Drake delivered. I felt like Kanye didn't. That's not to say Kanye West in any matter
it's
moves
bad
off my rankings.
Nothing.
Moves off of like artistry.
Nothing.
None of that. But as far as this right here.
He took this one on the chin right here.
Yeah, you got to bounce back. If him and Ho do Watch the Throne, too.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful because that could come. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't talk stupid about
Yeah, I'm not going to talk. But as far as all my critiques have just been, this is not because a lot of times you see people, they transition into like how you say with the essay about Drake. My whole thing is like if he did, you have a lot of fans who want artists to step out on the ledge, do something different. Me, if I appreciate you for what you do, I'm going to appreciate you for what you do.
But Drake's not that kind of artist.
Drake has never been an artist to give me a full rapping album, so why would I expect that? If anything, I'm going to get a little bit more of the R&B vibes mixing with rapping like So Far Gone. So Far Gone is a mixture of both. If Reading This Is Too Late, there's a little bit more rapping, but it still had that. Nothing Was the Same. You know, some of this great album. I don't think it's a classic. A lot of people think it's a classic, but
crazy how you don't think that is that's album. I don't think fire.
It's my classics. If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and Take Care.
Fuck? That's crazy to me.
And Take Care is to me is one of his classics.
It gotta be, bro. It gotta be.
Because up to that point, we ain't never really heard bro rapping like that before then. So
on Take Care, but Take Care is a little bit more R&B.
It's way more R&B. It's way more. It's way more.
It's a classic R&B album.
We say that's a classic, but I think. But you got Underground Kings, Lord knows.
Yes.
The motto. Like when he just spazzing on them bitches.
That's the boy, though. That's what he's going to do.
Like headlines. You know what I'm saying? But I get what y'all saying. And I tell people all the time, if you think nothing is the same as a classic, I won't debate it.
Yeah, that's just a classic.
One of his classics.
That's a classic, bro.
This is the third classic right here.
You got CLB on the 3? Okay.
This is the third classic right here. So it'll be Take Care.
I got to give it some time.
If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and definitely Certified Lover Boy, because he definitely delivered. I feel like he sat back and he took his time with it. Like, he really let this one sit. I felt like with Scorpion, it was a good album. But as far as, like, flow-wise, just how it was structured, this leapfrogged a lot of albums in his discography. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It passed Views. It passed Nothing Was the Same for me. Like it's up there with the top 3.
Right.
It's up there with the top 3.
Hang on real
I
quick.
can see that.
It's up there with the top 3, man.
I can see that because it's definitely better than Views.
A lot of
it's
shit.
definitely better than
Views album.
Views is great.
Keep the Family Close. 9. You with me? Hold up, bro. We talking crazy right now.
You love Views.
Redemption.
You love Views.
Yeah,
I remember when it first came out.
Hold up. What's we doing?
We talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it.
With You, Still Here, Controller, One Dance, the Grammys, Child's Play, Pop Style I Could Do Without. Too Good, Fire Desires, Hotline Bling. Niggas gave Drake hell about Hotline Bling, but that shit was.
I mean, Views in itself, the track, Views, the outro.
Views.
That's still the best outro he got, in my opinion.
Come on, man. Yeah. Okay. He's so consistent.
Everybody say his best intro is
consistent.
Tuscan Leather. Y'all agree with that? Or Nothing Was the Same? Tuscan Leather?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I'm putting champagne poetry in Bobby's home up there, bro. I'm telling you, this nigga was talking different, dog. Like, he was talking different.
How you still winning like you got a fucking twin there? Come on, man. That boy Drake snapping.
And you know so crazy. Shout out my boy Jordan. Y'all know Jordan. He's been on the show before.
Okay.
And he's a heavy critique of Drake. Like I'll say he's not his cup of tea.
Okay.
And when he told me this shit was an 8.9, I was like, okay, because I know I ain't tripping. Right. So for Jordan to get this shit an 8,
and he not a Drake fan?
Yeah.
No, sir. He was ready to slander it. No bullshit. And he'll tell you, he's like, no, I was ready to hate on this shit.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Mike, this shit hard. I ain't even gonna hold you. And he even gave flag. He didn't like. It's funny because he's like, I'm not feeling race my mind. And he's like, you don't even skip Race My Mind. I said, no. He's like, bro, I don't know if it's. He was like, the rapping is here. He's like, bro, see, for me, it's like, dog, I'm listening to the words, bro.
Yeah.
I listen to what niggas is saying on these records. And cahoots with the production. Like, I'm listening to it. Now, of course, when you got the pipe down and shit, like, bro, he ain't really going to be talking on that because it's like a.
It's not for that.
That's an R&B vibe record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he talking his shit on there, like, how it would be like on some jungle type shit.
Yeah.
That shit right there is amazing. Pipe down is amazing, bro. Just the way that shit comes, like the drums, and then the beat. I'm like, oh no, this nigga here in a different bag. But
you know what's crazy? And you don't go out.
No,
that's what's crazy.
So
you like
that's the thing. No. Like you
wait till I know this shit gonna go crazy. I know these records is gonna go crazy.
The effect. You really gonna hear the record once you out.
Bro, when Pipe Down plays in the club, like come on, man.
I can't wait till you get your out experience,
bro,
and then hearing the music, it hit different when you out and you lit and you chilling.
Bro, you gotta take bro somewhere.
I'm trying. I want him to go somewhere.
Bro, listen to how this shit come on, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's a vibe, yeah.
That shit, the way this shit just come on.
And you got the BM outside too. You got all the windows rolled down. Mike got all the windows rolled down in the BMW.
Bro, listen, that shit just hit different. And then I actually played it on my speaker in the crib. I said, oh no, this shit here. Like Knife Talk?
Yeah.
That shit is a banger,
that
dog.
Shit slap.
21 always
21, always gets a good feature. All
Hey
his
man, ain't
good
nothing to
features.
talk about when it comes to Donda and CLB now. Ain't nothing to talk about. I ain't having no conversations with nobody. Miss me with Sonic the Hedgehog and sonically all that. All right, good. He makes good sounding music. Awesome. He did not do well against CLB. No, he didn't.
I don't
Yeah,
feel like
because
it.
even though the production is great on Donda, it's like the rapping to me is so underwhelming that
Yeah.
it's like CLB
It kicks it
production.
down.
Yeah, the production and the rapping with CLB, it takes it over.
Yeah.
But subjectively, if a nigga was listening to Donda for just the beats alone,
Exactly, yeah.
then I guess if you want to look at it from that perspective, but that's kind of like
I still feel
far
like
and
the
few
But they
beats on this
wouldn't.
bitch was
My thing
crazy.
is they wouldn't do that for Drake.
no,
They wouldn't listen to Drake's album and say, "God, I love the production."
No,
you know what I mean? They're
they
not
gonna
saying
hear
that.
it rap.
Hey, this nigga is trash.
And
He's
this
not
that's what I
rapping.
was about to ask
Yeah.
too. If Kendrick or Cole puts out Donda, what's the conversation?
We dogging that shit. We dogging the
That's
like
all-
like
that's all
if
I
them like
wanna
if they
say.
do that shit, we dogging that shit.
I don't really bump either of their music, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, I ain't.
That's what I was going to ask you
Yeah,
next. So
with-
as far as
with
like
respects.
the Kendrick and Drake back and forth, what we thinking, man? Because
Yeah,
he definitely heard Kendrick. So and, we heard the bars and everything.
Yes.
Well, let's get Swiss out the way first. What did y'all? I was shocked as fuck. I
I
was
didn't think
shocked
that
when I
was
heard
coming. I didn't think that was
He
coming.
called
in the
man's a
rap.
whole bitch on
He
the
ain't
track.
Yeah, I
He
didn't.
ain't
think that was
forget though.
coming. Yeah.
He ain't forget because Swiss.
I had forgot.
Swiss called him out.
Yeah,
did you hear that?
Yeah, he did. I forgot all about it. Yeah, I forgot
Swiss
all
called
about
him
that.
out. Swiss called out Drake. It was
Yeah.
like I think it was a
They was on
voicemail
Instagram
or
Live.
something.
Yeah,
It was on Instagram,
Instagram
Live
Live.
when he was talking with Busta,
Yeah.
and Busta kind of tried to like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But Swiss had some words for that man. So then when I heard, and I was on Only Live Twice, and I said, God damn, Drake, like
Swiss was
that
off
man
the
say,
liquor.
it's like what you was aiming at, because it couldn't have been. And then he called the man a,
Call that man a bitch.
oh, you fancy, huh?
Yeah.
And then the fancy record, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this nigga here is witty with this shit.
Because
he produced, Fancy.
Yeah.
and he also wrote Alicia Keys' Unthinkable.
Yeah.
That was
So
a bar.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Call that man a bitch.
That's what I said when he locked in.
He called Drake a bitch too though. Like
Basically.
Yeah,
they went at
So it
each
was
other.
fair.
It was definitely fair.
What y'all think about 7 a.m.?
Yeah, he was throwing shots at the ass of niggas. He was just throwing them shit out.
I feel like every time we get the timestamp record,
He was throwing them shit out.
we know what time it is, man.
He gonna sublime you to death.
Yeah, basically.
I got it over 4 p.m., man. I know that's the one that a lot of niggas go to. 5 a.m.'s number one for me.
Yeah, that's always gonna be number one.
Always be number
That's always gonna
one.
be number one.
Okay.
But 7 a.m. is right under that.
Okay.
Then 4 p.m., then 6 p.m., then 9 a.m. for me. But 7 a.m. This is right after Night
This
Talk.
your
man.
album right here. You rocking.
This is right after Night. Dog, you got to think about the
I
transition.
see the genuine
I see-
excitement in you. You like,
Yeah.
this album is good music.
And
My
I
dog like this.
I understand his album cover now. You see what I'm saying? Because he confirmed it on Poppy's Home.
Okay. What happened?
Because he said, he's like, hey, to all my sons out there, I apologize.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been able to like give y'all a name to
Yeah.
So now I understand the album cover now. All of y'all are I get it. I don't like the album cover now. I don't get it. Like I don't like it, but I understand.
They didn't already got, but it's being all Drake. This was a good convo that Joe Budden had about his covers. They all get flipped.
They all been ass.
They all get flipped though. Like
They all been ass.
He makes them to be flipped. Like it's almost like making fun of himself.
It's like
Yeah.
it becomes a meme.
They come to me because Bevel, the Clippers, the people, I think, whatever the raver. Shout out to Bevel. They use the same thing and they put like a bunch of different hairstyles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think it really
started.
started with Nothing Was the Same. Nothing Was the Same definitely was a meme.
Mm-hmm.
If you're reading this is too late with the words,
Yeah,
that was because everybody was putting their words.
They
on
ate Take Care to fuck up.
They
Yeah.
killed
Take care.
it.
They killed Take
And
Care.
that was early internet too. That was
Yeah.
early social
Yes.
media. They-
Views was probably his best one. in my
Everybody
opinion.
was sitting there.
Everybody was sitting there on Views.
Yeah.
I think the only one that didn't get meme was More Life.
Nah,
And
they
Scorpion.
meme that too. They mean probably not Scorpion, but they mean More
Scorpion.
Life.
They did?
Yeah, they mean More Life.
That's one was Pops on the cover.
They meme that shit.
Okay.
They would like put people's different face on the shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They,
But,
every
yeah,
one of them.
but this one right here, yeah, go listen to Poppy's Home.
I
bro.
personally think Drake be doing that if y'all want me to keep it a bean. Because their
He know what
their
he
marketing
doing.
team is really smart. And that's a way to get shared quickly.
Yeah.
Like, you put it out, make it something that can be adjusted and let the world do what it, you know
And
what I
then,
mean?
even with Nicki being on there, because Nicki's thing is always saying like these bitches my sons and all that shit.
Yeah.
But he says it on the record like, yeah, I'm sorry, but Daddy's home now. Like,
You know what's crazy? One of my favorite songs off of Scorpion with Nicki is the one with the
the sample.
Rule number one to be a boss. That's
that's
my
favorite song off Scorpion.
Hey,
that's your favorite one. What song was that again?
Cuz sitting sideways. That's
that must have been on the
B
B-side.
Hey.
That was on the B-side, yeah.
Okay.
He had that whole Nicki verse on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Bro, don't be missing, bro. Niggas just got to get it through their skull. Like, bro, dog don't miss.
Yeah, so if Kendrick drop, who you think coming? Because this, of course, is just like sparring the words, which I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be no beef between them two. But y'all think Kendrick is ready for the, you know?
The thing is, he already seen what Drake dropped, so he kind of know what the measuring stick is right now, what the bar is.
They can't even do that. I'm listening. I'm just saying they can't. They can hear that nigga music. They can't do nothing about it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They can't do nothing about it because this music is gonna impact. It's gonna do what it do.
Oh, for sure,
regardless. So there's
I'm just
nothing
talking about
really,
it's like, you know,
as far as
Kendrick.
putting, as far as
because I mean, he
putting
said
out
he's
like
smoking on top fives, and then you know you sliding back to third base. You know?
I mean, he's the one thing like that. He's got that advantage. Like, you know, Drake has already dropped, so he's kind of seen what everything. And then by that time, you know, the album's gonna. You know, I'm not saying the album gonna fade away, but you know, it's gonna.
We coming up on the fall and the winter.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. So now that I think about this shit, I mean, it really depends because how you look at the music. Because if you're looking for something of like, you know, the lyrical substance and the content, things like that, yeah, you know, Kendrick can, you know, wait on that because, you know, people are going to be listening to the album, but he'll have a lot more time to kind of respond to everything what's going on.
Yeah.
But as far as the impact, you know, nobody's gonna stop impacting. Another thing I was thinking about this Drake record is that, you know, he dropped it, you know, August, basically, I mean September. Like Homecoming is right in October.
Oh man,
this shit just about to keep getting like this shit about to.
I totally forgot about that.
This shit about to just and then TSU like this shit's about.
Yeah.
Bro,
He
it's
said,
about to.
He know what he doing.
He set the record on the
This
charts.
shit about to go nuts.
All 21 songs had the top spots.
Yeah. And then listen,
All 21 songs, like
Man.
nobody's ever done that. Like that's crazy.
man, I know it's niggas that be on the internet hating on Drake that probably listen to his music.
Hey man, niggas talking about he ain't talking about world events. Somebody was like, "Yo, this nigga won 12 a.m. in Afghanistan." That shit had me crying laughing, bro. I said 12 a.m. in Afghanistan. Like, come on, man.
We never looked for
like,
Drake
bro, we
for
never
that.
got that
Like,
from
we're
Drake.
not
Like,
gonna start
ain't
looking
nobody
for
gonna
Drake
hear
for that yet.
Ain't nobody gonna hear it. Drake said, my bad. Drake said that. Drake was like, yo, y'all act like I ain't black and shit. Like he brought it. He's been saying that, so he don't make it because y'all ain't gonna receive it from me. The moment Drake do that, that probably will mess his
They'll kill
career
him.
up.
Yeah,
It'll probably really impact his career
and
if
that
he
go
got
back
on
to
that.
what you said about stepping out on that ledge, like him trying, like, oh, this sounds the same. Like for me, it's never been a time where I listen to Drake's music and I feel like this nigga ain't got it no more. He's been consistent.
Yeah,
but
what
he's
he
gotten
do?
better. When I listen to So Far Gone Drake and I listen to this Drake, I see the improvement in the lyrical ability. What he talking about? Like I see that improvement.
Yeah,
but
he's
it's still
definitely improved
consistency.
lyrically. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the
It's
real
still consistent.
conversation about Drake is what does Drake do post 40? That's when we needed. That's when
Like how Wayne did post Manny.
No, post 40. No, not post his boy. I'm talking about the age of
The
40.
age of 40.
Like,
Okay.
as far
As
as
great
rapping
as
and-
exactly.
yeah.
What is he going to talk about? Because mind you,
I feel like he don't got nothing.
These
else
are
to
all
prove
young
no
nigga
more.
topics.
exactly,
No offense.
and
These
it's,
are
we
young
all
nigga
still we
topics.
all Drake's age.
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
all in it. So it's
We in
so
the
imagine.
bracket.
So now we gonna grow too because all of us grow up. So we all moving up. Like Hov switched it some. He did 444.
Yeah.
And was able to work.
He's already solidified at that
And
point.
he's
though.
but Hov gonna be 60 rapping. I can see Hov at 60
Yeah.
I can see that.
rapping.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? That's where I start to wonder about Drake. Will he slide into like the classic, the Michael Jacksons, the like if you think about some of our older artists, Keith Sweat's, like where does Drake start to slide off to? Where all right, just a certain set of people always gonna be listening to bro because he got the women. You know what I mean? So he's solid there.
And that's why I look at, because of course, you know, that's the big three: Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Like they all came together. They all solidified the top 3 spots in their class. So I think about that for all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Kendrick, Cole, like all these niggas? Because those 3 have maintained the top spots for their decade. So it's just like, even with them trading bars and stuff like that, because I see Kendrick coming like around January, maybe December.
Yeah, I could see him coming into something.
Somewhere around there. I know
winter
JT don't really listen to Kendrick like that, so
ain't
he
a
don't really
big-
be hearing the
I
Kendrick
ain't
smoke.
a big K-Dot fan at all.
But I'm definitely looking forward to his album. Like, and just in terms of, I feel like he gonna have something for the boy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it'll be nothing to where we're getting full on beef records. I know, just to transition to other artists that's possibly gonna be dropping. I think Meek is coming. I heard Ross supposed to be coming.
That'd be nice. Ross would be nice for the holidays.
Pusha T's coming. If Pusha T's coming, we're definitely gonna get some shots.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely gonna.
My boy leaves no stone
especially
unturned.
at the we gotta talk.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about it, man. Consequence diss track, man.
Oh my goodness.
what we thinking, man?
Why is the question? Like that's the main question. Why?
Listen, man. Hey, man. Shout out to Consequence, man. But
we did not need this.
Is that a set? You must be trying to set Drake up or something. Like that ain't the one. Like that ain't the one that you about to move forward with. Like you know what I mean? And you can't think Drake's getting out of bed for that one. You can't think he getting out of bed for that one. You must just wanted to get it off. You know what I mean? Because mind you, bruh, done made his album. That's when you're not supposed to bother niggas. If you think about it, if you're gonna attack an artist, you attack him while you making a project because they focused on that. Mm-hmm. You bothering him while he finished, bro? He could just. That's him and 40 going to the studio and that in you shortly. I ain't messing around. That wasn't it.
That had been the worst diss track I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
No bullshit. Beat and rapping wise. Then the nigga came one time, this about to be vicious. Nigga, no. Yeah. Pack that shit up, nigga. Yeah, get that Pack that shit out of here. Like, what was he thinking? And he played a lot. Niggas was mad in the quotes. It's like, bro, run me my fade, man. Nigga, go to hell. Like, what was he thinking, bro? Like, no, because he was supposed to drop the Life of the Party record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he was thinking. Didn't he drop this shit on SoundCloud? And it was like, bro.
Nigga say, run me my fade.
If you look, because you know SoundCloud got the comments when you play
it. When you play that shit, that'll pop up.
So the comments is funny. It's like, no, what is this? Hold up, this is real? Like, so me seeing the comments while I'm playing this shit makes it more funnier, dog. Like, that shit was hilarious. Like, no, this cannot be real, bro. Like,
that
no
song.
way. What was Consequence thinking, bro?
I don't know what that boy was thinking about.
I don't know why he would want to insert himself into this shit.
This had nothing to do with
him. But
a lot of them boys did that. Justin LaBoy did that too.
Oh, Justin LaBoy caught strays from Drake?
Yeah.
He definitely caught some strays from him.
Again, I understand. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I know what that's about. Them cats getting paid. These cats know, like, they look up to Ye. You know what I mean? I understand, but, bro, you gotta sometimes. Listen, fam, I'm not getting in between you and Drake. Like, you only live once. I've only been in this industry for a little while. Mm-hmm. That ain't the play I should make because Kanye done proved once he done with you, he done with you.
Yeah, facts.
And that's what people need to start calling that for what it is. Mm-hmm. Ye brought plethora of niggas through as it pertains to the Donda album, and everybody ain't make it.
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't have Drake without Ye.
Come on, man.
We wouldn't have him. Like, he's I remember somebody say he's probably the most influential artist over the last 25 years, and I honestly can't argue it.
Kanye? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I know a lot of people saying Michael Jackson.
But we're talking about 25 because 25 years from back then
Michael
was
Jackson
like
was still
that was 96 if we talking technically.
Yeah,
so over the last 25, that's 95,
I feel like Michael
96.
Jackson did most of his damage is like
in the
70s, 80s. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once we got to the 90s, not to say Michael Jackson didn't still do damage, he did, but
because he got dangerous in 90s.
Yeah, he did Damn. Yeah. He got Damn, and I think he did Damn. Space. What was it? Scream. I'm talking about Michael Jam. My fault.
That was on Dangerous.
Mm-hmm. That was Dangerous. Yeah,
that was on Dangerous.
Yeah, but Mike wasn't Mike. Mike's
80s
was that 80s. Late, like the 80s run was Mike.
Yeah. But over 25, gotta be Ye, man.
I would say yeah.
Production, rapping wise, like
I would say Kanye, and I say Lil Wayne.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, for sure, Wayne.
I say Kanye and Kanye
and Wayne is still reminded. I'm cool if Wayne never give me another album, nigga. You keep killing these features like how you killing, nigga.
Nah, they say he about to drop.
He is, but
they say he about to
hey, man, I've been feeling these features. This feature run he been on since 2020. Oh man, Benny shit, Seeing Green. Yeah. This shit only lit twice. Like
you can see he's rapping like it look like his head's clear.
But you know what I tell people all the time, like yo, like Wayne is far from dumb. Like this is a nigga who went to college during his peak. Yeah. Getting A's in college. You know what I'm saying? Like he went to school, like, you know, he was getting A's in high school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's far from nothing. I always tell people like, bro, like Wayne just be bullshitting on a lot of records. Like when he want to get in that bag,
that shit
it's a long day for niggas. He
did it on that West Side Gun track.
The West Side, he told me I'm not a West Side fan, so I skimmed right to the Wayne part. Oh yeah, this nigga Wayne is not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing.
He's an acquired taste. Yeah,
you know but Wayne is. When he's rapping, nobody raps better than Lil Wayne, and I'll always stand on that. Always. Yeah, he's on that shit. Number one, all time.
He's had a few tracks since I feel like he went through. I feel like Wayne was trying to figure out what to do. Like you got that much bread and you rapping, you done already been the greatest at it.
Nicki and Drake.
He like, what do I do now?
He brung in 2 more icons with him being an icon. Have we seen that from anybody else?
Yeah, I really.
Whole did it with Ye and Rihanna, if you want to count her. You see what I'm saying? But other than that,
Ye was more Dame. That was more Dame.
Yeah, Ye's a producer.
That was more Dame. That was more Dame brought him through.
Absolutely. Him and Dame still do business.
Yeah.
Right now,
Ye. But Ye still became an icon. That's what I'm just in terms of.
But did he really? Jay-Z's stamp of approval was one thing, but I really feel like Kanye really got to that on his own.
Yeah, that's a
thing. I feel like that's a
first
Dame
off.
thing.
If we gonna even talk about Jay-Z, you gotta talk about Dame Dash. Like it ain't no all the way up until they split. Every business move. Dame was that man. Yeah, Dame was the person that this is what he did for the squad. Hov started to make his own decisions, but ain't no Hov with that. Man, I was talking about that shit. I felt like that's one of the. And I know it's not a topic, but when you get a chance to look back at Rockefeller, like if we start having real conversations as men in this motherfucker, bro, that whole shit turned out to be crap. Like it all turned out to be y'all ain't cool still. You know what I mean? When you look back at it and everything y'all was rapping and talking about, and I turn back and this how y'all relationship ended. Nah.
Yeah, because it wasn't
real. It couldn't have been real. Cause y'all that was all. And then bruh from Brooklyn. Now he really from Brooklyn and you from Harlem. So y'all grew up different. Now, nah, nigga, it's always been like that. Y'all just was sweeping dirt underneath the rug and acting like shit was cool when it wasn't cool. And then when Beans did his joint on Drink Champs, and he talked about how Hov didn't pull the trigger on him. You know what I mean? When it came to helping him get out, which I understood. I understood it because I'm like, yo, you can't pull a gun on such and such brand and want me to be responsible.
You're a grown man at the end of the day.
But think about how that impacts a squad. If we in here and we rocking, and then you in court, I can get you out of jail. I can be the reason you get out, and I don't.
It's gonna look funny.
It's gonna look funny. And now you start looking at The Rock and you start looking at them and you start hearing what people are saying. It's like, bro, y'all dudes wasn't rocking heavy. Y'all was getting that money and it was cool where y'all was getting that money. But the loyalty and all that y'all talking about, because if so, loyalty don't change. It's the same. You know what I mean? In my book, that's why I felt like, that's why I even brought it up. Because I'm kind of was disappointed in the shit if you want me to keep it a bean. Like, if y'all partners, especially if you really is mans, y'all supposed to be able to work. It's supposed to be able to be worked out. Period. It's supposed to be able to be worked out. You got Memphis Bleak. He going and saying like, I don't know what bro issue was. You know what I mean? But I could have told him that it was coming because Bleak could tell you straight up what was happening. He was like, he was too rambunctious. You know what I mean? It was too loud for Hov, and Hov was trying to move a different way. But he's still your man. That's where I be at. If my man's too loud, hey bro, you too loud. Yeah. Like you messing up our bread. I ain't gonna slide on you, but you too loud. Bring it down so we can keep doing this because this ain't helping us at all. Both our
methods can work.
Yeah, that's what real loyalty actually starts to kick in when you understand that your partner different from you.
Yeah, and you gotta and you also, if you know your partner different from you, you know there's certain situations that you're just not gonna put this man in because you know that this man gonna react this way. So it's not even I can't even put dog in there. I can't even put dog in that spot. But going on to what JT was saying because. It was a lot of loyalty, rock, La Familia, this thing of ours. They used to always pump that shit. And then once you start to look and peel the layers to the shit and realize, like, damn, it was really that divide between, like, Brooklyn niggas, Harlem niggas. They move a certain way. We move a certain way. And then that's because if you think about it, the whole point of them, I remember Dame Dash saying, was to sell Rockefeller, was to get it big enough to sell it. So y'all never was really in this shit for the long haul anyway as a business partners. Y'all just was really there to get the company as big as it could get and then go and sell it. And that was the whole thing. So if you're looking even from that perspective, it never really was, we really like friends. We're really down for each other. Like, these niggas ain't grow up in the sandbox together. These niggas met each other when they were in their 20s.
Hustling on the block. Exactly.
Hustling. The mind state of, we working together, but I'm still got to get mine too.
And that's like when I heard Ho say, the price of everything, but the value of nothing. He had that in him for a minute. He been wanting to say that. And it's like, it's unfortunate how we'll never get to see them mend that relationship because I think it's too far gone. But
it's definitely gone.
It's too far gone. But like you said, that does matter, and that's not to say you can't have long lifetime relationships when you're growing up and you meet each other. Me and JT met in our 20s. You know what I'm saying? But it's like for them two, for how much they did and how much they impacted the culture
and the world.
The world.
Niggas impacted the world, bro.
They could have definitely coexist and just ran this shit up, man. Because even going back to listening to Beans was in his, like, he looked back on it. I'm like, bro, how can I be responsible? So I'm held responsible with all the shit that I got going on. Exactly. And this is before a whole really transit. Like, he's right on the cusp of leaving. Like, no, just the businessman aspect.
Yeah.
Like, this is like peak, like in the middle, the transition. Like, he was there, but he was still kind of like entertained. Like, bro, I got a lot of shit on the line. You go out here in the streets, you do some shit.
It's gonna fall back on me.
It's gonna fall back on me. I can't be held.
Yeah,
I looked the judge in the eyes and said, no.
No, can't do that.
I can't. No.
Can't do it.
I can't be held responsible for this man. You a grown man at the end of the day.
And if niggas step back, think about it. Cameron is, depending on what era, he's certain fans' hoes.
For sure.
Yeah. Like
in the Dipset,
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if you look at those clicks, I think somebody said you made Hov make another one. I think he said make another one. He did.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron 100%. He not Hov, but Cameron's legacy is intact.
Yeah,
like as a businessman, like if you step back, maybe it's at scale, but it's because of how Hov carries himself.
Yeah,
Cam has his name on a lot of shit. He just don't speak on
it. But Cam's more, he's funny. Like Cam will crack a joke. You know what I mean? Hov ain't doing that. He's more, I'm a businessman. But them cats, they did numbers. Hey boy, like they came through, and Dame was on that team. That's when I started to see. It just was really more so disappointing because I just be hearing these squads. I think about Lil Wayne and Drake. Like that's what made me go to that. They still tight. They still right now. You know what I mean? It still can be figured out. Even though Drake done surpassed Wayne, if you ask certain people.
A lot of niggas had that conversation.
And Wayne is still like, I'm still Wayne.
Y'all think he does surpass him?
Yeah,
based off his run.
As far as
because my whole thing will always be the quality of Wayne's run. Not to say like Drake because up until somebody had a post the other day. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Because I got it.
I mean, as far as especially from 2010 to 2020, of course he surpassed them, but
what are we putting to surpass?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah,
think.
What is it? Toward?
Like
is it albums?
Like,
is it
everything? A totality of everything?
Nah, I can't say that. Nah, I can't.
That's
say
what
that.
I was saying. Like, no, man, I
Come
can't.
on, man.
He's especially, but the work he's put in this decade, yeah, of course, Drake's probably the biggest artist of this, between 2010 and 2020. So,
I think if they did a versus, it could get really. I think it could.
I'm not picking a winner.
I think Wayne would surprise a lot of people if he went up against Drake.
I'm not picking a winner.
I really think Wayne. I think Wayne would really surprise because Wayne could get into a bag.
But I think
so
it's even.
Deep.
The way you say that, I think it'll be even. I think a lot of people will be saying no Wayne, and there'll be a lot of people saying no Drake.
Yeah.
So I got it right here. So somebody did everything he dropped since 2006. I really don't start until about 2010. But for the shits, I'll just like so from 2006 you had Room for Improvement, 2007 Comeback Season, 2009 So Far Gone, 2010 Thank Me Later, 11 Take Care, 13 Nothing Was the Same, 15 If You're Reading It's Too Late, 15 What a Time to Be Alive, 16 Views, 17 More Life, 18 Scorpion, 19 I don't really count this because it was Lucy's put together care package, 2020 Dark Lane, and then 21
Dark Lane was hard.
CLB. Yeah, I fuck with that. So, I mean, in comparison to Wayne, he's been consistent. Wayne had a little drop-off post Carter 3, but the quality from 04 to 10,
bruh,
it's just like, it was amazing, man.
Bruh, dedication.
It's unmatched, bruh.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication to No Ceilings. You ain't even made it to the Carter yet. Yeah. That's my whole point.
The Draw 3.
Come on, man. We got to relax. Like, when we start, because Wayne would put 40 songs.
Yeah, about to say
it'd be 40 tracks or something on Wayne's shit. He gonna snap all.
Oh, man. Just all the leaks of just him, the suffix, the prefix.
The suffix, man.
We gotta relax when it comes to Lil Wayne. Everybody definitely pump their brakes when it comes to Lil Wayne.
And then he was in the era of like he was in like the real mixtape era too.
Yeah,
so this is like. I'm talking. You competing against niggas like you competing against mixtape Jeezy. You competing against mixtape Gucci. Mixtape T.I. 50 Cent. Dipset.
Gucci.
Just everybody.
And mixtape 50 was a hitter.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he was.
He's a foundation.
Yes,
yeah, he's definitely a brick.
Marcus preaching right now, bro. Y'all better leave Wayne alone.
He was in the mix of all that, and I'm talking about this is when this is when niggas really had to, you had to really go on that piff. You had to wait till or live mixtapes. You had to wait the countdown and be like, all right, no sales.
They had the countdown right on
that
that
piff.
piff.
Saying
sure
you couldn't
did.
just wake up at 12 o'clock in the morning. Oh, this shit
on the
here
right
right
side.
now. Nah, you had to wait.
Yep.
I remember waiting for 2 Chainz, Codeine Cowboy while I was in college, just sitting there. Just wait until 11. But that's a different story. But anyway,
Where you went to school? You went to Francis Marion.
No, I went to Morris College. I just
Morris
used to be at
College. You
Francis
see,
Marion. Just be at that shit every weekend.
Okay, I'm like, I remember seeing you at Francis Marion
I
a
used
few
to be
times.
at that motherfucker every weekend,
Okay.
bro. That's a different story for another time.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. That is crazy. Yeah, that boy better leave Wayne alone.
Yeah, it's too much, man. It's
Features. That's why I'm saying, like, I think let's not get too caught up in it. That's all. Drake is Drake. And even Drake
But you
could
don't
tell
think he
you.
surpassed Wayne?
I think Drake could tell you he hasn't.
yeah,
Respectfully,
I
I think respectfully, he'd be like, bruh, I don't think y'all understand how much music Lil Wayne has made.
Remember rapping
Yeah, I don't
since he
think
was
they do.
12
I don't
years
think they
old.
understand. Yeah, I don't think they understand. And mind you, bro, you said comeback season. Those can't even be a part of the battle with him and Wayne.
Yeah.
Comebacks like them.
Yeah.
No, nothing from those can even be in the game with, bro.
I mean, Wayne can use something from that anyway because he on Man of the Year. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, they got so much classic shit. And what I appreciate about Wayne is Wayne was, not to say other artists, Wayne was never threatened by Drake.
no,
Nah.
He was never threatened by Drake
He was
or
super
Nicki.
self-aware.
Like, he knew.
they was great.
He knew that Drake would be what he was today. Even when he went to jail, and he got a documentary coming out for his 10th anniversary of Carter 4.
Okay.
And, like, he's dapping, like, for his going away part, he dapping Drake up, like, yo, hold this shit down, man.
Yeah,
Hold this shit down. Like, and there was never a point where I looked at Wayne. Wayne was never threatened by nobody he put on, dog.
Nah.
Never, because he, even still, he still was at the top of the game, and Drake was still on top of the game.
And
And,
that's
they
what-
coexisted. Like
that's
a
what I
motherfucker.
expected from Hov and Dame. What Lil Wayne did. That right there is like the epitome of when niggas
We
say a
both
real
gonna rock out.
nigga, a stand up nigga. That's what stand up niggas really do. If you happen to be better at me than something, it doesn't matter. My objective is to just put you on.
Yeah.
And if you get on and shine,
Yeah.
It's a win for both of us.
I work for the both of us.
And for me, Drake and Wayne is right here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm on right here. I always had Wayne above him, but as far as like what they did during their time,
Yeah.
it was one dude.
Yeah.
It was nothing like Wayne was never like anytime he hopped on the track or anything, they did shit together or he was doing his thing. And that's why I felt like with Wayne, when Wayne transitioned post to Carter 3,
Yeah.
he wanted Nicki to become the icon she was.
Yeah.
He wanted Drake to he wanted Drake to become the icon that he is. I remember a time Nicki said she went into the studio one time and I think she did a verse. Well, she said that Wayne was already pissed, I guess because she wasn't on time or something like that. And she was like, Wayne asked me to rap like right then and there.
Mm.
Just rap.
Mhm.
And she was just like, I knew at that moment like he wasn't for play. Like he really eats, sleeps.
Yeah. Right.
It's just this rap
Yeah,
shit.
them boys been
Wayne
trained
be in the
like
studio.
he's been trained since literally 12 years old to just sit in the studio. Like Baby used to just say like, bruh, I'm gonna just put y'all in here, lock y'all boy in the
The
studio.
rules. You posted that in the
ru-
group.
yeah,
The
the
rules.
rules. Like y'all niggas staying in this
Word?
shit.
Okay.
Like if
Yeah,
y'all,
I ain't
one
know
of the
that.
rules like shit. If you don't grind, you don't eat. So like that mentality has been instilled in him since he was like 12, 13 years old. Just stay in the studio, and that's all this man been doing. Like just literally since
When
he
you
was a
hear
kid.
Wayne interviews now, and it's no disrespect, but he don't be knowing shit. Wayne be in the studio.
Yeah.
He be in his own world. He be like, no, what the? Like I remember when he was on Drake Chance, Lori asked him about Kanye's Sunday service. He's like, what is that? He was like, no, I had no idea what
No
that
idea.
is. And it's just like Wayne just be in the studio, and I always appreciated how he always let Nicki and Drake just fly doing it. Even with him transitioning over to his own shit now. He's not under Cash Money no more. But even Drake said on the album, it's YNCMB for life.
For life, yeah. It don't, the
And it's,
label
that's
don't
how it's supposed to
matter.
be.
Yeah.
Even if Hov and Dame was to split, do their own thing.
That's
it's still
my
rock
part.
Yeah.
At
That's
the end
where
of the
I'm
day.
saying.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
all I'm saying.
I think
bro.
it was for them both coming from the streets, them being two, I guess, top dogs, I guess, whatever they was
Alphas.
wherever, in their position, it was natural that they would just,
But I still feel like
heads.
even,
at the
even
end of the
within
day.
that, alphas can coexist in
Yeah,
itself.
they definitely can coexist, but you're dealing with two men who think they're self-made. And when
Yeah.
you look at situations like Kanye and
Very
Drake,
true.
you're thinking about somebody who has helped groom this person who just eventually became better than him.
Yeah.
At one point,
I felt like Dame and Hov,
they
they were selfish in a lot of ways in terms
Yeah,
of
they
the
both
rock.
were, yeah.
When I look at Wayne and Drake,
It's always
they're not
helping.
selfish at
Yeah,
all,
they're not
yeah.
selfish. They both,
Because even
everybody
when
helps
it's
each
so,
other.
remember when Wayne started Young Money?
Mhm.
And then look how Drake done did OVO.
Mm-hmm.
And it was never nothing about stepping on each other's toes, nothing like that. Wayne fully embraced OVO. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Drake still say YMC and B till this day. Nicki, of course, with her own thing. Like,
they'll
man,
never say nothing crazy about Wayne.
never say nothing crazy about it.
He changed their life.
It be running jokes about like how, with the Birdman shit and, with his money and all that. Yeah. There has never been a complaint from Drake or Nicki when it came to money or how they was handled under that label. Yeah. Never been. It's always love. So
I thought I saw a few rumors on something, but I think that had more to do with Baby.
And if it was under, they handled it personally.
Yeah.
It was never in no records, none of that. Like, look how much shit we got from Dame and whole.
It got ugly. It got ugly.
It's just like with that three, for them to become icons the way that they did, I felt like that's the blueprint.
Yeah. And I also like what Ross did with
Ross.
We had Meek.
Quality
at one
CEO
point
Ross.
that Meek was hotter than Ross, but Ross ain't never step on Meek's toes. He just let Meek do what he did. Because at the end of the day, it's all I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna eat off this shit. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it's just gonna make MMG better.
But I said it when I came in here that when you high and you gotta always sort of just stay chill, because Meek did have a moment where he was hotter than Ross, and then shit came back to be as it is. Yeah. And Ross is that man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Ross just did Lemon Pepper. You know what I mean? He just did the last track. If you let that sink in, that's Ross, and Ross has always known that.
That's why I'm telling you. Oh, he top 5 in my book.
Who, Ross?
Yeah. He moved up top 5 probably about a couple years ago, and he's staying.
Drake,
he's staying there.
Albums that I'm like running to listen to: Drake, Ross. I know this gonna toss may throw y'all off a little bit. I'm a big Sean fan. I rock with Big Sean.
I ain't the biggest Big Sean fan, but I respect what dog.
Me and JT probably at the time when we was in that chat, we was definitely Sean heavy.
Bruh, Sean heavy.
Like, and we used to tell niggas like, yo, like when I decided to drop 2017, that was the one.
That was the one, bro. That was the one. And the only reason why I brought him up is because I think Sean. I was gonna say it earlier, but I think Sean and Kendrick got something. I think that if Big Sean could get on his own little wave. If he was to go at it with somebody like Kendrick, he'd stand toe to toe.
And I always felt like that because
Buddy stand toe to toe with
Buddy used to put it out there. Oh, Sean don't want no smoke with nothing. I'm like, bro, I don't believe. I think if he really wanted to, and they cleared that up on his pull up, like yo, like it was nothing about me being like I called Kendrick, like me and him talked, like and he said it on the record too. After Nip died, he called Kendrick and talked to him like, yo, ain't nothing but Bud, he's competitive, and I understand it.
Yeah, I get it.
But I never felt that narrative that Sean was scared of Kendrick to rap with him. But like JT said, like if he wanted to, I felt like they can go toe to toe.
Yeah, Big Sean's a problem.
Like
that's a Kanye. That's what one of Kanye's people. That boy ain't over there for no reason.
Yeah, he did this. And then especially if you think about all the artists that Big Sean has been around, and then you think about
Pusha T.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely he's had to go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's had to go against him. I'm pretty sure in those studio sessions he's had to get it in with all these niggas at one point in time. So yeah, he's definitely if they go at it, he's equipped.
Let's let it be. He's definitely equipped. He got enough. Him, Wale got enough. What's good? He got enough. He got enough. Big Sean got enough for sure to at least stand up. Not album wise. He is, because that's a different ball game. But I'm talking about just flat out rappability. Man.
Yeah, flat out rappability.
Big Sean's a problem.
They're not too off from each other.
Because after that 3, it's Wale, Sean, Meek. For me, well, Ross is right there in that group too. I don't put him in that.
Man, I get Drake and Ross my top.
Meek,
right now.
I fuck with Meek heavy, and I feel like Meek over his last couple singles he done been putting out. He got some shit coming.
Yeah.
Meek got some shit coming out because I fuck with sharing locations. I fuck with that
Blue Notes too.
That Blue Notes with Uzi.
That
shit hard. Like Meek got some shit for niggas, and with
I fuck with the Migos. I ain't gonna hold y'all too.
Migos did they thing on their last album.
Hey man, I like the Migos.
Go ahead, man. Talk
about
that.
I'm just saying, like.
Oh, what you go to as far as like?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm going through my music in my phone, like who I still listen to right now, and it's like I got Drake here, of course, some of our music, but the Migos, Nipsey, I'm still like bumping that because I ain't really. These new artists don't really do too much for me, and. Like Hove is still in here. It's not 21. Like I got the 21 album. You know what I mean? It's reasonable doubt right
Savage
here.
Mode 2 is amazing.
So I ain't gonna
amazing.
I don't want to take it too far back,
That's
but
that's the best album.
yeah, my whole point of bringing that up is that I don't think the landscape gets looked at enough. These cats need to definitely stop talking about Drake though. Like, if you're listening to this, it's too late. You know what I mean? If you're listening to this, it's too late. Y'all just leave that boy alone because it's a L. It's just a L, bro. It's a L.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
For sure.
So yeah, man, how you feel about the Lakers off-season moves, man? You know, every time we come up here, you gotta get into your bag, man. You gotta talk your shit. You know, last time.
I'm just happy my dog about to be 5 and 6. Ain't no question. I'm taking bets right now. My dog 5 and 6. He gonna get the Lakers will win the Lakers will win the NBA championship this year. Ain't no question. There is no team better than nobody. There is no team out there. Nobody's just not hearing it.
But that's how I feel.
And I know you. I know how you feel about the Nets.
I just want my boy to get one. I just want my boy to get one. That's it. I just want my boy to get one.
I understand it.
Everything else could be.
Listen, man.
Everything else can be settled, man. But hey, man.
Hey, man.
How you feel?
Hey, man.
I hope we get it. If we should get it.
Hey, man.
And it should be a great series.
Hey, man.
I just want to know how you feel about the moves.
I got us either in 6 or 7. You know, I feel like what we did that's very underrated, man.
You brought Rondo back.
We got our bench right,
bruh.
We got our bench right,
Jordan,
bro.
They got a whole lineup that they could put out there without Bron on the court.
And we'll still be straight.
This is the first time in his career where there's a full-blown lineup that can be put out there, and they still be straight.
You know what's so crazy? I feel like the matchups are so even keeled because both teams have a full bench. Both teams have a full starting 5. So
yeah, you don't have a full bench.
Okay, well, we could disagree on that.
You got some guy named Brown on your team.
Brown's not going to be.
Yeah, he is. He's their glue guy.
I don't think so because Patty Mills is there now.
Bruh.
So
first off,
that was a huge sign.
You know what? I am so glad we had this talk, and I said
a lot of Lakers fans wanted Patty Mills. So
man, I don't care about no Patty Mills. Check this out.
I'll take Rondo.
In the playoffs, Kyrie Irving's game, and we talked about this before.
Yeah,
his game, people see him shoot threes, but Kyrie likes to play in the paint.
He's a scorer.
Yeah.
And all you have to do, you're not going to stop Kyrie, but you're going to lower Kyrie's percentages as long as you got big guys.
Oh, I didn't see that before you got hurt.
Okay. No. I'm not talking about the ship. I'm talking about the best 2 teams playing because I think the Nets should come out the East, and I think the Lakers should come out the West.
Because it was ugly for them Bucks.
Yeah, it wasn't looking good at all. That's why I don't really hear Giannis on what they did. I'm like, bro, KD was going to smack y'all head off.
That game one.
And then game 2, it was just like
punishing them game 1.
This year's been weird because the whole year's was weird. Like, if we going to keep it a beam.
And now we're
the
back
season
to
was short. Yeah, and let's play basketball now. But I actually have reasons why I feel like them boys going to get beat. Like, Kyrie's percentages drop in the playoffs, especially in his in-between game. Because he's so used to it used to be a game where there wasn't that many bigs. The Lakers wouldn't put bigs out there. They know because Kyrie scores at the basket. He can finish over you, but if you just can make it a little bit tougher, that's all they trying to do. At the NBA level, you're not stopping nobody. It's like I'm not out here talking about somebody stopping this. No, you got wash for points, right? With Bron and KD, if you want to call it, wash for points there. But the Lakers' strength is still the Nets' weakness. It's they bigs.
We got post.
We're going to be able to score just a little bit easier than the Nets will. That's just a fact by how all of them play. Harden's game is from afar. KD's game is all over the place. And then Kyrie is deep, and then it's mid-range in. I'm just talking basketball. No, LeBron's the best, none of that. Just hooping. Then you think about it, all right, well, Rondo.
That chemistry they got is, I feel like that 3 chemistry between James, Kyrie, and we only got in it. I'm just looking at how it's going to look.
Like only like 20, like 20. Yeah. We only got 22 games last year.
No. I respect what happened. I expect
a full on. I think the Lakers should definitely run through that because the Clippers won't be a threat with Kawhi being out. So y'all should definitely.
And the Suns were a blur.
Y'all should definitely be. It should be a collision course. You know what I'm saying? It should be a head-to-head match.
And they say Bron losing weight in his workouts. They say Bron getting slim again.
I feel like he always.
But I think he's ready to run. I think he wants to run with Russ. That's what I think. I think Russ could potentially be an MVP candidate this year.
I feel like James will.
I can see that. Yeah, that like those. I
feel like
see
James
that
Harden will.
Yeah,
like,
that's where I'm at.
For him to be 2-time player of the month last year and not get no MVP votes was alarming to me because we talking about a guy who was averaging 25 and 11.
Yeah.
25 and 11.
But
like Harden
I told you about why it happened last year, though, bro. You know why? It's politics. Yeah, it's politics. They ain't not gonna let.
So I really feel like him. Russ could be
top 5. I got Bron, Russ, Harden.
He definitely could.
Luka. I got Bron, Russ, Harden, Luka.
As far as the MVP race.
MVP race. Okay. Bron, Russ, Harden, Luka, and somebody else would be put in there.
I'll throw Giannis in there.
Yeah, they probably will give Giannis let him back in the game since he won a ring now because they wasn't gonna give him one after he won them 2 and kept going down the second round. My sleeper in the East, since we talking basketball, because I got the Lakers hands down. I don't even feel like it's hyperbole.
Shy?
Yeah, I like my sleeper is I like Chicago. I text Mike as soon as I saw.
He texted me. He hit me.
I like Chicago, bro.
Oh, we done made some moves. I was shocked, boy. Listen. Shout out to AK and Mark, man, because the way they finesse these moves this off season.
Hey, bro.
Y'all got potential to be one of the best like defensive backcourts with off the three. Y'all got
Lonzo, DeMar,
Zach. Yeah, y'all got a good like. If I'm envisioning how I'm envisioning it, it's gonna be a lot of fast breaks because you got Lonzo running that point.
He gonna move
DeMar
it.
And
you got Derrick Jones.
Yeah, moving the wing. Yeah, so it's gonna be if y'all can get up and down, y'all gonna be the shit.
And Levine he's 30. Mm-hmm. He gonna go get you 30. If you
Vooch,
bro.
Oh man, yeah, Vooch. Yeah, I forgot about Vooch.
Yeah, Vooch.
That's 20 and 10.
Yes, sir.
That's why I like them. I told him I have the Bulls higher than a lot of like surprisingly higher than some other teams. I had them like. I feel like they can finish top 3. I feel like they can finish top 3 in the East. And me
yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, because whatever I've never believed in Philadelphia. All right, I have never ever believed in Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons as a unit.
I believe in Joel more than Ben.
Yeah, I believe in Joel.
I believe in solo maybe, but if he don't get somebody else in there with him, ain't nobody hearing that.
He need to make the game shit happen, man.
Yeah,
because Ben already put it out that he wants out.
Yeah.
So what y'all think?
I would do
he
that.
gonna end up at?
I would do that. I would pull it.
Yeah,
it'll make both parties happy.
Yeah, if you can get that Portland move, but you just know if you Portland and you get that, then you're officially in rebuild mode.
Yeah,
you're in rebuild mode.
And he's not staying either.
Yeah.
These clutch guys. Like I'm just keeping it a buck.
Yeah, Zach
just became clutch. Ben Simmons is a clutch guy.
I'm going to put this out now. I'm not hearing no Lakers shit with Zach LaVine. We gonna go ahead and get this extension worked out. Cause we all know Chicago gonna offer him the most bread.
Yeah, he gonna.
We ain't go. Yeah. That's what it's gonna be. So
and Chicago if
we make progress,
no,
he's definitely gonna stay to get the bread.
I think the years of the young superstar talents going to Bron and playing with Bron is over.
Yeah, that's done.
That's done. It's just they see he's old. You know what I mean? I don't think that they don't want to play with him. I think they just see that bro old at this point.
But he still got it though.
Yeah. Oh no.
Still got it.
But you get it twisted, bro.
Yeah,
I never said he lost it.
Yeah.
What's this year? 18 or 19?
It'll be 19. It should be 19 now.
I don't know.
Yes, it's 19. It's 19. It's 19. He came out in 03. It's 19.
He's still dogging them.
Yeah,
it's 19.
Yeah.
Yep. It's 19.
I like. The NBA is gonna be really good next year. I know it's about to be football season. I know talking football, but I like the Bulls. I really, really like that. I think the Nets are gonna be good. I like the Miami Heat. I like the Miami Heat because of
Drew.
I like the Miami Heat because of what they did.
I like the Hawks.
You like the Kyle Lowry.
I like the no. It's not so much the Kyle Lowry. I just feel like Kyle Lowry fits the people think Miami basketball and Miami sports period is like flash and fun and lazy. It's not at all. It's actually the exact opposite. Miami sports is grind, hard work.
Yeah,
it's about that because that's what that city is really raised on. You know what I mean?
Him and Jimmy is definitely gonna feed off each other,
bro. And they Oladipo healthy. We gotta keep it a beam.
Healthy.
They got Oladipo. They got Kyle Lowry. They got
I be
Jimmy
forgetting
Butler.
about him. I ain't gonna lie.
They 100% got enough.
So that starting five is gonna be crazy.
Hey, bro, that's what I'm saying. They calling these the Nets. I'm like, all right, I hear y'all on the Nets, but it's some teams that's gonna have something to say. Man, Miami's one of them.
They don't score enough for the Nets. They don't score enough.
And
they got good defense, but they just don't score enough.
Is not what people think it is. Their defense was up there.
Talking about who? The Nets? Oh, okay.
Like KD plays defense. Kyrie when he wants to, definitely for sure. James, that ship has been sailed.
Yeah.
As far as the defensive thing, and I want to shout out Dwayne Wade, man. Dwayne Wade was on Gilbert Arenas podcast. You know, like. This is what I've been saying for years about this whole
talking about you have to manipulate the defense shit.
Very smart in what James Harden was doing. Like I just want to give Dwayne Wade his props for that, keeping it a buck about James, man, because that's some real shit. And I always tell people like, yo, Dwayne Wade was the one who was doing that for years, and drawing fouls.
And before him, it was Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson would drive and he would literally
throw
himself into a defender to get to draw the foul. So,
and I said, dog, this man averaged 18 free throws a game in the 06 finals.
But I mean, you played, so what AI was doing, we all know when you jump into a defender,
they're gonna call it.
If you leave in your body, like you jumping this way,
and if you lean,
so he straighten you up.
That's what Wade said.
That's the only reason you jumping that way, so that when he hits you, you all right now I can finish the
Yeah,
layup. Because if a nigga move, you look crazy.
Yeah.
When you try to
Matter of fact, let me go and he moves, then you're pretty much like
flying sideways.
flying
Yeah,
sideways
exactly.
now.
Matter of fact, let me play the clip. I'll play the clip right now. I got it right here.
Because you was one of the few people out here. Like that's why I remember hooping with you. That was your shit.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
was all for it. Somebody's gonna deal with your shoulder. You can finish with either hand. I'm like, okay, yeah. Marcus got something for y'all out here today.
I got it right.
Yeah.
Just those small things that fans don't know, but like he took advantage of the rules. James Harden took advantage of the rules. Like to me, those players that take advantage of the rules are so smart. I mean, I eventually took advantage of the rules. That's why I got so many free throws. I took advantage of it wasn't vertical at the time. So if you jump into a big man, it's a foul on him. That was the rule, so I took advantage of it.
Yeah, man. And honestly, even with this rule change, of course, it's all about James Harden and Trae Young. It's not going to stop, in my opinion, from James and Trae from getting 25 and 30 each. I don't think it's changing nothing.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's changing.
Here's the
nothing
only
from
issue
either
with
one of them
the
two.
only issue with everything Wade said is that if that shit don't translate to the playoffs though. Like the whistle different in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The whistle in the playoffs.
I can't tell in that 06 finals. I couldn't tell.
Nah.
We talking about a nigga who had 25 free throws in Game 5 and then had 21 Game 6. And I've never brought up free throws with Dwayne Wade as far as his finals performance. I just call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get it twisted. Dwayne Wade was drawing fouls.
Yeah.
And he was doing that at a high volume.
Yeah.
That's still one of the greatest finals performances I've ever seen.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
At
feel
the
you.
end of the day. And that's not all James' game. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime he dropped a high, how many free throws he had? Talking about 18. Well, Dwayne Wade done had high games. He 18 to 20 free throws. What does
But
it matter?
Wade did that before they had
the
replay,
rules, yeah.
so they was able to in the playoffs. They didn't watch James like, all right, James, this ain't flying in the playoffs. They probably. Ain't
I think
much
he really
on
was
Wade.
on pace this year to really get down with the get down, bro. Like, honestly, and then even before then, like, of course, his biggest one to me will always be 2017, where he laid an egg. Other than that, I just felt like he just straight up lost, like, because he going up against the Warriors. And I'm not giving it a pass, but it is what it is. Like, the man went toe to toe with the KD Warriors,
He
7
sure did.
games.
Took him 7.
Yeah. Then before
Could have beat him. That's
before
the thing.
KD got there, he was losing to the 73-9 Warriors. Then Steph first year, he lost to them niggas. So anytime he's lost in the playoffs in Houston, he was losing to them guys.
Yeah.
Not saying he didn't have a chance to beat them, but I'm just saying what it was.
Yeah.
17 was unacceptable, point blank, period. But I really felt like he was on track this year because, dog, it was looking bad for Milwaukee. That's all I'm gonna say. It was looking bad, and I honestly felt like James, for the way what his averages was for his 24 and 11, he had Finals MVP written all over him. I'm sorry, he had Finals MVP written all over him.
I do feel like though that KD could have beaten the Milwaukee Bucks, and
without them two.
yeah, and when it comes to these comparisons, like especially because I know what's gonna happen with my dog career over. They already trying to shade Bron, but let's just make sure we keep all this in perspective, all right? Because James Harden was out there. He was out there on that court with bruh. And KD had enough out there.
Yeah, they straight up lost.
They
There
lost.
ain't no excuses.
Yeah, they flat out lost. The Kyrie injury just made it balanced because y'all was super stacked. You know what I mean? But if you that man,
Do you feel like Milwaukee was gonna get smoked had they all been there?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not even a
even
question.
4 or 5. They might have gotten.
So you
Wasn't
still
a
give
question.
Giannis credit for what he did?
Absolutely. Well, I got to because y'all give Kawhi credit for beating the Warriors. You know what I mean? Like y'all give the Warriors credit for beating Bron in 2015. Like
It is what it is.
so when I step back, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because we done been living long enough to see everything that they said about Bron happen to everybody else. And I'm watching how y'all judge it. I'm watching KD lose when he don't got his mans, and everybody like, well, KD still hit the shot. He had his foot on the line. I'm like, bro, LeBron in 2015 averaged more points and everything than everyone, and didn't have Kevin Love or Kyrie out there with him. I don't hear that in part of the discussion. I just hear he's 4 and 6. All right, cool then. So, bro lost in the second round. That's all I need to know.
Do you feel like that should apply though, as far as like the talks? That should apply. You feel like it should be like a pass for that in terms of that, or you just talking about niggas need to just keep it real? They're not beating them healthy.
That's what.
you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's all I'm ultimately talking about. Because sports is sports. Whoever gets hurt, we talked about this. If your team hurt, somebody hurt, next man got to step up, do your thing. But that's not the same team that's supposed to win a championship.
Yeah.
That's where I be at. Like if you don't got your guys there, if your guys weren't there, like if Kevin Love and Kyrie weren't there in 2015 the whole season, I could see people being like, well, I don't think the Cavs should even make it to the finals.
We saw that because 16 they lost. when both teams was healthy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And then they had to add KD. Like, we got enough history on us now, bro. It's enough history to look back and be like, bro, a lot of them plays y'all did, y'all wasn't fucking with LeBron. That's just y'all weren't messing with, bro. KD had the Warriors up 3-1. I don't care what nobody say that
he should have stayed.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and he proved. In my opinion, he proved himself.
Don't let Bron win this ring with Russell Westbrook. He really got another problem on his hands.
I won't hear the end of it.
Shit.
Yeah, don't let Bron.
I
You
won't
must
hear
know
the end of
something.
it.
Yeah.
No, because of the Russ shit.
Oh yeah.
Russ, like, and then if James lose,
Yeah, that's crazy.
if Harden loses to Russ, I'm not gonna hear the end of that.
I want the Nets versus the Lakers so
we need
bad.
That. We need that. It's
That's
only
like
right.
when they wanted Kobe. Remember they wanted Kobe versus
Bron?
Bron?
Yeah.
I want this shit so
That Bron
bad.
and KD finals. Like
AD,
now,
Russ,
AD,
Bron, Harden,
James.
KD,
I want
Kyrie,
them all healthy.
all healthy.
And they just signed Paul Millsap and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Paul Millsap was a huge signing, bro.
Yeah.
You said the bench ain't eat.
Yeah.
That bench is
it's
is
good
solidified.
now. It's good now.
Yeah.
But Bron been slapping Paul Millsap around for a while.
I ain't worried about that.
I remember when he was in Atlanta
Because
Hawks.
when the second units come in,
Yeah.
that's when the veteran presence is going to take place. I'm not going to play dumb and act like Paul Millsap don't got that.
I got
what
sleeper
he did
pick.
in Denver and what he's done in ATL. They didn't do shit. He has it. You see what I'm saying? Like, he has it. But I think it'll be a 7-game series.
I think we're going to have the oldest sixth man of the year ever this year. I
Ooh.
think Carmelo Anthony's going to be sixth man of the year.
I'm with that.
I think
that can
Carmelo-
happen.
I think Carmelo Anthony, he's finally on the stage where I'm going to come off the bench and I'm finna destroy these
You about to
26,
say-
27-year-old kids.
And he's gonna have the green light. Just gonna be able to have the green light.
And they play two. The Lakers don't play three. Matter of fact, this is a good basketball talk.
They definitely play Christmas
Because
Day.
Curry, I'm flipping it real quick, but the 3-point basketball, like the shooting of the threes, was a moment. That was Curry them that could do that.
Yeah.
But a lot of their teams started trying to play like that. But they can't do that.
Yeah.
And so you starting to see the last couple rings been won by what type of teams? They ain't been 3-point shooting. They've been big.
in the paint.
It's been like how
I've been saying
basketball
that,
originally was supposed to be
inside
played.
out.
Inside out. And you starting the Lakers got back to it. Because I don't think no one fears the Warriors anymore. I think that they're good.
A lot of niggas are trying to say they're going to be scary.
Yeah,
but I don't think they have enough.
I don't think they can hold up.
I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think their wheels are
don't
good.
have a
That
bench.
good.
I don't say that. They don't have a bench.
They don't have a bench.
Oh, you talking about they don't
I'm
have
just talking
a
about
bench.
basketball.
They're
like,
just thin. They're
outside.
thin. starting
Everything
thin
is going to
lineup.
boil down to health at the end of the day. Let's not get it twisted. We've seen it over the last couple of years, man. Like, outside of that, strictly basketball, I don't see Steph and Clay, Draymond, Wiggins, and Wiseman being enough to compete with the Lakers at all.
No,
I don't see
At
it.
all. I don't see it.
For us,
They shoot
that's
it good
the first
enough, though.
round. That's getting somebody out in 5 in the first round for us.
Yeah.
If they come
For
with
sure.
that lineup, that's
I mean, dog, like
first
the
round.
Clippers.
Get them out of here.
If
Yeah,
Kawhi
get
is
outta
there, in my opinion, they win the championship last year.
Last year, yes.
They win the championship if Kawhi is there.
that was their moment. That was their that
I
was
don't
their window.
see Giannis, respect to Giannis. I don't see the Bucks beating the Clippers in the 7-game series in the finals if Kawhi is there. Being that the Kawhi is going to be out most of the year, this is the Lakers to take. Now, had Kawhi been there, I still probably would give the edge to the Lakers being the all-season moves.
And they the
And
Clippers.
them getting Rondo back. Because to me, that's a very important guy right there.
Man, we got when you look at basketball, especially if you start picking champs, you got to really look at who these dudes are, like who they are for real. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George were lottery picks, if I'm not mistaken.
A little outside the lottery.
Lottery is
outside.
technically 14 and under. If we're being technical, so
Okay.
yeah, they were
Yes.
lottery guys.
Okay, they're lottery.
They were like lottery picks.
Yeah.
Kawhi was like 11.
They
look-
never were the top of the pick. Like Drake said,
No,
I'm at the
no,
top.
no.
I can see everything.
They
at
wasn't
the
top 4.
Nah.
So when you put them together like this hype, the media does a good job of hyping these guys. But them dudes is solid wing, two-way basketball
I
players.
think Paul George is going to get it done if Kawhi was there this year, man. No bullshit. I
He
think
was
Paul
balling.
George and
He was balling.
Kawhi
I
was
will
definitely
give
going to
PG
get that championship
I will
this
give
year.
PG some shine.
PG did
But not when
for
they
all
got
the flack
tight.
that he got to be down 2-0 in back-to-back series. West Conference Finals, they just ran out of, it is what it is. They lost.
They ran out. Yeah. That was Chris Paul's moment, though.
He definitely
That was
did.
Chris Paul's
And
moment.
then for Paul George to do what he did, I honestly feel like it's no discussion about the Suns if Kawhi Leonard is there. That's just me being honest.
No, I agree.
I think the
I
Clippers-
thought the Clippers was going to get it done once
Because
everybody started falling off.
At that time, they had the deepest team in the playoffs.
Deepest team, coaching staff was solid.
And I got to give Tyronn Lue credit.
Yeah.
Shit on Tyronn Lue When he's down, don't count that man out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And he'll make adjustments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He will make an adjustment. He will put somebody in the game that ain't played. He will try some shit.
Yeah,
And it worked.
Yeah, because they did that with Terrence Mann.
Yep.
And that shit
It worked.
That
Yep.
shit ended up working.
He had the left hand guy, the white dude that could shoot.
Oh, Luke Kennard.
He had him play a couple games. Like he got it. He was trying to get
He
it out
even
of everybody.
put Rondo down for a little time after the first two
But that
games.
was they said that's because of the Kawhi shit though. He called Kawhi out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it
You know,
worked though. Basketball, it worked for them series that they was down to. So like going into next year, y'all definitely have this. Y'all should have this in the bag.
Yeah, my sleeper team for the East. Well, to me, who I think is going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think it's going to be Hawks Nets, and I think it's going to be
Hawks are deep.
I think it's going to go 7 games between those two.
Hawks are deep.
6
Yeah,
or
I think
7.
I'm about to have a basketball team. Now that you
Hawks
brought that
is
shit
deep.
up,
They got a really
once
good
Bron
team.
retire, I'll be a Hawks fan.
You'll be a Hawks.
Cause we're gonna live there. We're gonna set our
Okay.
family up and live.
So
in
you gonna
Atlanta.
transition, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when my dog ain't playing no more. I
Hey, if you
keep
want to
it
come
up.
over to the Shy, you know that's
Yeah,
cool.
nah.
You ain't fuck with the.
I just like y'all from afar, man.
It's the Jordan thing, man. Is it the Jordan thing?
No. I'm a big, you know what I mean? We done had that conversation years on years. I stand in my stance.
Hey, if you ever want to come over to the Shy, man,
Yeah.
I'll welcome you with overalls, man. I'll definitely welcome you with overalls.
I'm
If you ever want
comfy.
to call some, but the Hawks is a great team, man.
I'm comfy.
Yeah, man.
The Hawks is a great team.
They got a good team, and they kept everybody together. So I think for the next probably 3 to 4 years,
We'll see that.
they're gonna be.
I think New York's
they're
gonna be good too.
And KD signed his extension, so I think I think we pretty much know KD will retire in that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think James and Kyrie are due. With Kyrie,
Kyrie's
I
gonna
don't see him
retire
playing
first.
past 35
Yeah,
at all.
Kyrie's gonna
If
retire
he does an
first.
extension, it'll be for 2-3 years. James, I see him doing another. He'll be with KD for
It's
sure.
so different when you already got that jewelry.
Yeah.
Kyrie and KD got that jewelry already.
James
you know what I
don't.
mean? James don't. So
but I don't see James going
But
nowhere.
hold on, I'm telling y'all, I just got back from James. Just had James Harden weekend. Like James Harden is a mega star in Houston.
Oh, he's a
Word.
staple in that
James
city.
Harden
He
is
got keys to the city, don't he?
LeBron in Houston. You know what I mean?
He got a
when
key to the city, don't he?
Yeah, I don't know about
Okay.
that. But
So you
what
think he'll double back for the retirement?
no, I'm just saying that I could see him possibly being on some Tracy McGrady shit. Like he might not get a ring, like respectfully, but it's more so because James Harden done did stuff that championship dudes get. It's tough to try to muster it up to go get it when, bro, I was a superstar in this city for not, bro. James, they just gave away like all these small businesses for like $5,000 a piece. Like James is that man in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
So much so where it's almost like he's a champion already, whether he won or not. And when you see him speak publicly, I'd be like, damn, bro, you don't care about the game. Y'all don't understand what's happening in my real life every day to day as James Harden. So I just don't know if it's there. KD speaks about
I see
it.
him retiring with 2 for sure.
He's gonna get one. He's gonna get one. He's
He's
gonna get
definitely
one.
retiring with 2.
Nah, I don't
bro.
got him get any. I think Bron's gonna finish with 6. Respectfully, I think they're gonna get the next 2. I think you're gonna get a 2-peat.
Oh, that's crazy because I think they gonna get the next 2.
No, I think Bron got this one right here. I think they're gonna finish with 6, and Bron gonna try to play with his son, and then that's gonna be it. But I think he's getting ready to prep for the best 2 years of his life because I think he about to call it quits.
Yeah.
That'd be
He been
21
hurt.
years.
He been hurt the past 4 years. He got a ring. He's been injured the other 2.
And then we
Think it's a
we
safety
getting
year for AD?
LeBron. We getting LeBron fully healthy.
I don't know about it.
But
A lot of people
with
saying
us,
it's a statement year for him. That's why I asked.
you said
Oh, was it a
what-
statement year
Yeah.
for no? 80's AD. Go back and look at him in Kentucky. Go look and just look at that. AD is who he is, bro.
This is going to be crazy when LeBron leaves and AD's still there. Like how the Lakers are going to try to still keep everything together because eventually, you're going to need somebody to pair with AD. So I wonder how that's going to look going into the future because LeBron, like you said, LeBron, he got 2 years, so they're definitely going to try to max LeBron out for these last 2 years.
Bro,
try
yeah,
to
we
get
got
whatever they
Russ.
can get.
What you mean? Y'all got Russ. Russ are
Yeah,
good.
we
Russ
got
and AD.
Russ is like what 33.
32.
32. Okay, so by the time that end, he'll be like 34,
35,
30.
yeah.
We gonna need
You
somebody.
think he's gonna resign?
Who, Russ?
Yeah.
If we win, yeah, definitely. He'll definitely resign.
I
I
can't
mean, obviously, even if we lose, I think he'll resign.
Yeah, he not going nowhere.
Where else you gonna go at? Where else you gonna go at?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about James. I don't feel like James is gonna leave Brooklyn.
Russ, like to me, is in that Allen Iverson position. When they first traded AI, and it was
To
like,
Denver?
well, yeah, what
They
do we
had a
do with this
chance.
nigga?
Yeah, they had it.
And then he wound up in Detroit.
That's what exiled him.
That's and yo,
Russ got to get it one, huh?
I think he's already a Hall
KD,
of Famer.
if Russ and Harden,
If KD and Harden get one together,
And Russ don't
gonna
get
be
one.
tough
don't,
sledding
it's gonna
for
be
Russ.
crazy.
Yeah.
It gonna be tough sledding for Russ, Bron. The Lakers gonna
I
get a
don't think
lot of
not-
heat this year.
I don't think for Bron though. Individually,
I'm
don't
talking
think
about
for Bron,
from,
though.
I'm talking about from the social, like
Yeah.
Twitter.
The
They
Lakers
gonna be like,
demand
damn,
championships.
you grabbed Russ,
But he
and
got
still
a ring
couldn't
though.
win? Yeah,
LeBron came to LA and did what he was supposed to do. He
sure
got
did.
one.
He sure did.
But see, man, niggas try to also shit on the ring because it's a bubble ring.
I ain't hearing none of
but
that.
I don't hear none of that
ain't
either.
hearing
But
none of that.
I don't really be seeing that, to be honest.
I've seen some people try to bring that up, like, oh, it was a bubble ring and this and that. But I'm like, dog, nobody can help that situation.
Nah, Bron got two of the hardest rings all time.
Because the bubble ring is a hard
16 and 20 for sure.
ring. Yeah.
Like all the circumstances, everything that was going on around basketball. Like he came back from 3-1. Then he had the pandemic going on. Like, nah, that's tough to
They
do.
talk about dog like he's an afterthought in the league. That's what's crazy to me.
Bron?
Yeah,
Well, like,
they talk about like
the
he's an
lack of
afterthought
MVP
right
votes and
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
be
like,
that shit's crazy for
y'all
somebody
are
to be doing
talking
that
so
shit.
stupid right now.
And to be like 19 years in and still being at the level that he's at, we have never seen.
He's
that.
outplayed everybody in his 03 draft class. Everybody's going except for Melo, of course, but he been as far as there's no drop off really.
Even that's crazy. Melo
There's no drop off.
Melo could go.
He can still start.
Melo
somewhere.
could go start somewhere
Yeah,
and
he
still
could.
score 20, 25 a night.
I think he's very capable of that.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
I got him 6 man of the year. Hands down, he's gonna be 6 man of the year.
Because the way we're gonna use him, we're gonna let him just.
He's gonna cook.
He's just gonna let him go. He's gonna let him go.
Exactly.
And then one thing also, since we got like, as far as the depth, as far as the big man, one thing that's gonna be underrated is like, bro, we gonna clean up offensive glass. Like we
blocking hella shots.
we gonna clean up the offensive glass. We gonna get so many second chance points, so many second chance opportunities. Like
When they play Utah, I'm playing Dwight and DeAndre Jordan together. I'm playing
Yeah.
Dwight and DeAndre Jordan.
Because
together.
that Drummond shit
Nothing
did
for
not
real.
work.
Because you ain't getting nothing at the
for
rim.
Rudy.
They blocking
Nothing.
everything.
You know it's
Rudy.
crazy how Drummond and Dwight just swapped?
Yeah.
Because Drummond was supposed to be the one. But that shit was terrible how that shit worked out.
Worked out trash. And then Dwight to go over there and find out, oh, I see the difference.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard finally got a chance to, I thought I could come over here and we would be good.
do
too.
the same thing. Nah.
And they had the
Nah.
one seed.
Yeah.
They had it.
Because
But
y'all was hurt half the year. I'm a realist. Once the
Yeah,
Nets,
'cause KD
once
missed like
LeBron went
29
down last
games.
year, I was like, yo, the Nets about to win the
and I
championship.
was telling you, dog, did y'all see what James was doing when KD was out and Kyrie was out?
Yeah, he
doing
was
his
cooking.
thing?
He was
Like,
leading
bro,
the
like,
squad. He was leading.
He's
the
leading
squad.
these niggas. So
I've also been around long enough to know not to pay attention that much to the regular season.
That's true.
And you've been around long enough to see.
yeah,
that
I'm just talking about in terms of what he was doing. But when they was clicking in the playoffs, I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's when I knew it was real.
It was real. And I was
Yeah.
telling like
It was
roster
real.
strength.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring these 3-4 guys off the bench, but y'all gonna get this James, KD, and Harden work. And
Yes.
it was ugly for niggas. So then when shit just went left,
Yeah,
it is what it is. Shout out to Giannis.
yeah.
Did his thing. I always give Giannis credit for that.
Yeah, you used to
He
shit on
did his
Giannis.
damn
You
thing
definitely
because
gave Giannis some
he was
love.
down 0-2 in the finals.
He showed.
Yeah, he was.
He
And
sure
Giannis
was.
won 4 straight.
He showed it.
So at the end of the day, you can say what you want. He was down. So for me, that negates all of that.
All of it,
because
yep. Because he started.
He was down
he
0-2 in
started
the finals.
backwards, Yep.
And you came out and
On
won
top,
4 straight.
4 straight.
Man, that
Gentlemen,
game
gentlemen,
5,
sweep.
man, with that steal
That
and that
came back.
alley oop. Oh,
They was down like
bro, that shit
18.
crazy.
Game 5.
He had
And Giannis said on the road, okay,
Yeah.
let's lock in, get this shit done.
Yep.
That last play, man, with Drew
Because not
Holiday
too many
stripped
people
Devin
had
Booker.
came back from 0-2 in the finals.
Nope.
And I don't think a lot of people know that Giannis was down 0-2 in the finals. I don't think a lot of
Chris
people know
Paul was up. Was up
Was it
2-0.
2-0?
They won the first 2 games.
that. Yeah.
Yep. I'd be sick if I was me.
Man, Chris Paul got to know deep.
He's
in his
retiring
heart.
ringless.
He's about to say he's got to know deep in his heart that
That's
that was
it.
that was his that,
That
was
was
his,
the one.
that was
He
his
took the
only
bread.
shot.
If he thinks he's going up against the Lakers this year and getting it done,
Nah.
this is not going to happen.
Don't stand a chance.
Don't stand a chance. No, I'm sorry.
I didn't even believe half that shit I was watching last. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was
The
watching that
Sun
shit
series?
like, who is Bridges? Like, why? Like,
Why is this happening?
Why is
Cameron Payne is the one for me.
Yeah.
Because we had this nigga in Chicago, and I don't know who the fuck that was, but that wasn't Cameron Payne. that
Cameron.
He
we
was
had.
cutting up in the finals.
He was
He
cutting up.
in the playoffs in general.
but that's what it was. Last year was that. Last year was
Oh,
you
for
know-
you, it was like, what is going on? Like,
yeah,
what
the
is
whole
this?
year, and it felt like you could. First off, bro, the season started too quick. All them injuries, the way that went down, that's not like a coincidence. That's because them niggas just finished playing basketball.
They should have had came back till February.
Yeah,
in my
man.
opinion.
Nobody want to hear that. All them cats went down. Donovan. I'm thinking all of the cats that was in the bubble.
Jamal
Look at
Murray.
anybody that played late in the bubble. The Lakers and the Heat got it the worst this year.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Period.
Utah.
Look at anybody that played deep in the bubble last year and look how they. Okay, then the Nets, they didn't play in the bubble. They played, but you know what I mean. They didn't have their guys in the bubble.
Freak, like
The
Kyrie's
Suns-
injury was just a freak accident.
Exactly. So you don't count his. He went there, but the Suns, them niggas they played 8 games and went home, and then they took that momentum and prep. The Hawks, come on, man. What are we talking about? The Hawks played the Knicks in the Garden in the playoffs last year, and it was
Hawks cut
rocking.
they
And the
ass.
Hawks, that's not. Come on, man.
The Hawks is deep though. I ain't even gonna lie.
They got a good
Now,
squad.
but I'm saying now.
Yeah.
Now I understand all of it. But
I didn't
last
believe
year,
it.
come on, man. If I told you the Atlanta Hawks,
because Herter
All right,
and Bogey.
come on, man.
Oh man, it was killing.
Man.
Then Hunter would be back.
Yeah, Hunter was cooking that game 7 against
Cam
Philly.
Reddish. It's gonna be tough sliding for a lot
Major
of
respects
niggas.
to Trae Young.
Trae Young is doing his
I
thing.
ain't gonna hold y'all.
Yeah.
For a brother
He's doing his
B,
thing, man.
his stature, he not that tall. That boy got a heart. I
can
respect.
score
I
his
gotta
ass
respect
off,
that. I respect the coaching. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I respect the Atlanta Hawks. I was telling the wife, I'm like, yo, we might have to
What
get some
Dallas
Hawks
doing,
jersey.
man?
Football.
You ain't got nothing.
You know how I feel about this. I gotta go through this shit every time I come in here to talk to you about anything.
I gotta ask, man. I gotta ask.
Bro, I'm just not gonna watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna watch again. I'm just
You're not gonna let the talk with your emotions.
because I'm gonna get emotional about it. I was really born in Texas. I'm really from a Texas kid. I can't deal with that. We ain't win no preseason games. I don't think you got to.
Well, yeah.
We don't win one. I don't know if we won a first quarter drive.
That's the sign.
I don't know what's going
That's
on.
the sign.
I don't know what's happening, bro. And I ain't finna come in and
Preseason
cap
wins
y'all
already
out
good.
about it. Yeah, I ain't finna come in and cap y'all out. I hope we do good. I know we have enough on paper to do good, but I've had enough on paper to do good a couple years. One year you picked us to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. We ain't go to the playoffs. See what I'm saying? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Y'all
And I don't
roster
think
just
Dak
beat
healthy.
it. It's just
I don't think Dak healthy.
he hasn't played this preseason, but they say he's on slate to play.
I wish they would have signed Cam. I ain't gonna hold you. When Cam got cut, I'd have took him in a heartbeat. Because I feel like Cam with the Cowboys offense would make sense.
Yeah.
Because it's
Him and Dak do the
power
same
running.
thing.
Yeah, it's
Power
power running. Run the football, throw slants to CD
Oh,
and
Zeke
whomever else.
is on the hot seat
Yeah.
for how he
Yeah.
finished it last year. A lot of Dallas fans is like, Zeke, nah, dog, you got
Zeke got paid, bruh.
he got paid, so
Bro, when you get paid-
you got to do that, man.
Look back, bruh. Look back in history. All them cats that got paid that next year,
That's when the fall off
that's when the
happens.
fall off
Yeah.
happened. And then the following year, they bounced back. Because they never had that much money before.
But sometimes them
took
boys
a
don't be
year off.
bouncing back though. But sometimes them boys don't be bouncing back.
Sometimes they don't. Very true. But
Zeke came out the gates his rookie year. Boom.
boom, he won
Next
that.
year, boom. 18, boom. Then like 19, it was like,
Bro, they paid him. They paid him. When you get that type of bread, nigga, you $40 million, and you've been running through blockers, you start thinking about all types of shit. You start thinking about your family, because I got it. I've made it. No, seriously. Bro, I break my leg, all types of shit going
my
down.
family good.
Them niggas took a year. He took a year to himself. He
Zeke
was a little bit
Zeke got to
bigger.
bounce back though.
Yeah.
Zeke got to bounce back.
He was a little bigger last year, too. Like, it looked like he was carrying a little bit more weight.
Zeke
last
got to
year.
bounce back. So,
He's
yeah.
still Zeke, though. I don't want to get it twisted. He's still Zeke.
Yeah, he's still Zeke.
What y'all going to do this year?
I say about 8 wins.
You sound like that every year. That's my dog every year. I feel like we
I
should
don't
go
feel like
back
we on the
through
clip.
all your podcasts and listen. You be like, "Yep, I'm 9-7."
No, the 18 season,
Yeah.
that was NFC Championship supposed to be bound. Yeah, because
Is that when
Cam
I
was
lost
on-
that money to you? Is that the year I lost that money to you?
No, 15 we went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
18 that was Cam was on pace on having his best year, and then his shoulder got fucked up.
Okay.
That's when we had Curtis was doing his thing. Christian McCaffrey was out his mind.
Okay.
And Cam caught the
That was a good year for y'all.
And then we started out 6-2, and then it went
Down.
downhill. We didn't win another game the rest of the season.
Man, I bet that boy
So,
Mike
yeah.
1 year. I think that was the year the Panthers went to the Super Bowl. I think
15.
I bet that nigga on the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, November 23rd.
I bet him early. I bet him early.
I was talking greasy the day before, right?
I
This
paid
nigga
that
up the
nigga-
ante. The nigga said, "Mike, you want to put another 100 on it?" I said, "Yes."
I paid Mike at halftime.
Cash out.
I cashed that, bro, at halftime. They beat the snot out of Tony Romo that day. They beat the snot out of him. I was at my wife's aunt's
Romo.
house. I was like, man, cut this off. I'm losing money. I'm ready to eat now. You know what I mean? I don't. It's Thanksgiving. It got our head cracked.
It got ugly quick. I'm talking about pick 6 out the gate.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not good at all. Nope.
Nah, but
It
yeah,
wasn't
man.
good.
Appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Yeah, man. I drove
You know,
down
you're always
from
welcome,
Savannah,
man.
Come and
Always.
check you out and shit. Appreciate y'all. Good to see everybody still intact. This is good.
No, shout out to your brand, always PFS.
Appreciate
Shout out to
that.
Angelo doing this thing.
Angelo, the bro. Shout out to if you don't know us, follow us at Pretty Fly Society. It's all spelt regularly. My personal Instagram is FRANCK_mill. Follow that joint. Outside of that, I appreciate y'all boys having me out
Always,
again.
man. Shout out to Mo. His daughter had a birthday yesterday. I know.
What
he
up,
was,
Mo, man? Missed you,
man.
dog.
With
I
that
want to come in
yesterday.
here and rap with you, dog.
Yeah, man. So
I'll
shout out
catch you
to
next
him.
time.
Shout out to Milo for her 7th birthday. You know, how was that yesterday, Drew?
Big Sam?
Big 7, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. Real good time.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir. Wagons been out. Oh, it's a real good time. Yes, sir. Oh, the wagons been out.
Let's go, Drew.
Boy, I need to go to all the children's birthday, boy. Yes, sir. I'm going to everybody's birthday.
I've been hearing that about kids' birthdays. The parents be making the children's birthdays lit.
Bad vibes, Drew.
They ain't had no red stripes, but I got on through. You know? I got on through. You know what I'm saying? Well, big up, man. It was a beautiful event, man. Big ups to everybody.
Yeah, man.
Shout out my boy, Mo.
So, like we always say every week, man, you anything in this show that gets you in your feelings, always remember, we're just the messengers.
Just the messengers.